Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. It's Uncle Bruce here. It's nice to have you joining me this morning. We are here on April the 15th, the middle of the month, 2021. Good morning, all of you. Uncle Bruce says hello from Creston, British Columbia. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're going to have a great day today. And Thursday is the day of the week. So, oh my, past hump day yesterday. Now it's Thursday. What is going to happen in the markets today? What's going to happen for GameStop today? I like what I see on the markets. I have to admit, we are looking very good in the pre-market. We have an hour to go before we open for trading. And the Dow is up 181 points indicated opening on the pre-market. The S&P 500 is showing a 25.5 point gain already, which is also very good. NASDAQ showing a 126 point gain. So all three indices are showing a nice solid gain today, with the NASDAQ almost 1 percentage point higher as the leader. Very nice. Oil is down 35 cents, a little profit taking or a little bit of a plateau here. We're now at 62.79 a barrel, 62.79. There were people saying yesterday, analysts saying yesterday, that oil was being drawn down a little more than expected in the U.S. To me, that's just hooey. I don't believe there's a massive issue going on here. Something big just happened. Take a look at this. This gentleman right here has just joined our channel, some guy named Tony. And I'm wondering if Tony is able to pop a message up here and say hi to us. So wouldn't it be something if Tony could do that? Tony is a new member, and I think we're here. Tony, I'm free. He's here. I got to block this right away. I got to stop this guy. This is awesome, Tony. I'm so glad you made it. It's Tony. Everyone, is that Tony? What? It's Tony. Tony is free. Everyone's happy to see Tony here. Welcome this morning, Tony. Poor Tony has been in purgatory for whatever reason. My YouTube channel allowed him to be a member, but would not allow him to post. It's ridiculous. He's been liberated. He's out on parole. He's alive. He's been freed, and he's all good. Take the gun and leave the cannoli. He cleared the crud out of his mouth. It's good to see you, Tony. Welcome, everybody. Everyone is so happy to see Tony. It's just been a long time for Tony. He's just been so frustrated to get out. The needs are here, and Tony, welcome. If GameStop goes down today, Tony, you're going back to jail. That's the problem. Welcome, my man. Tony Mandela made the leap over the interdimensional channels and back to our hearts. Can Tony post? Oh, this is wonderful. Tony, I just hope this doesn't screw up again. It's a GameStop miracle. This is wonderful. Yippee. Welcome to Tony. It's like when Andy Dufresne was liberated in the Shawshank Redemption. You meet us at the boat. Big hug for Tony from everybody. Welcome, buddy. Tony's going, thanks for the love, apes. It's great to be back, he says. Well, I'm glad to have you, buddy. I'm glad to have you. We've been speculating just what did he do to be locked up like he was locked up? Something happened. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Let's see what's going on. Welcome, Tony. Everyone's happy to see you there. That's for sure. Welcome to the real world. Tony is the catalyst. Tony the Catalyst. Welcome, buddy. This is great stuff. Good news. That's good news. I love seeing stuff like that. This is great. Fabulous. All right. Well, the markets look good. Over on GameStop, talking about GameStop, 164.90 is the pre-market last trade right now. The stock down $1.63 from yesterday's close. So not a lot going on. Very quiet. Volume 53,000. It is really quiet. There is nothing happening there. We have Ashley here. Ashley Kichi has joined us. Ashley, welcome to the channel and the gang. Nice to have you here. Another female member. We have a number of female members coming aboard this show, which is fabulous. I'm so pleased. trying to make this a very friendly place for all. This is fantastic. Even for the Tonys of the world, we're happy to get them out of jail, but we're happy to have new members as well. Ashley, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. Everyone's going to welcome you in. Fantastic. It's nice to have you here, and it's great to see you. Fantastic, guys. Welcome one, welcome all. You'll notice that beside your name when you join, you'll have a kind of an orange colored donut logo like this, or brown colored, whatever it is. And then shortly, some of you are going to begin to notice a new color logo show up beside your name. It's going to become green, I think. We're turning over from the first month of membership to the second month of membership for some of you. That's happening at any time. So keep an eye open for your logo color to change beside your name. That signifies you are now a member for the second month, and that is exciting. We're very excited about the turnover, and Jen and I are just thrilled with how many of you have become members of the channel. 1,700 plus are now here as members. Welcome one, welcome all to this group of crazy investors as we try to stay on top of this market. We have 242 people giving us thumbs ups this morning. Thank you for the 242 thumbs ups already. We've had 9 thumbs downs, but 250 now on the thumbs up. This is awesome. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button as quick as you can for us. The faster you can hit that thumbs up button, the sooner you hit it, the more momentum the show gets through YouTube analytics and the YouTube people, whatever artificial intelligence computers there are out there. What all those things are. They tell the YouTube community, join this channel. A lot of engagement here and a positive vibe. And I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you. 370 now. 370 thumbs ups. We're about to crack 400 here the way it's going already this early in the morning. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If you don't like the channel, hit the thumbs down button twice or 4 times. If you really don't like it, just click it twice or 4 times. That'll take care of the thumbs down. Don't worry, YouTube will get the message. But on the thumbs up, we're at 419 now and climbing. And I thank you all so much for popping in here and spending some time with us. This is beautiful. 164.05 on GameStop. We're waiting to find out on GameStop now a couple of things. Most notably, who is going to be the new CEO of GameStop? This will be the most interesting to follow. I'm just looking at a headline here on Market Watch. I get a kick out of this. I get disappointed when I see this, but it just doesn't surprise me. As you know, if you're followers of this channel, you know that I follow GameStop quite closely. There's a headline here. It's an opinion piece. There's an opinion piece being written on the Market Watch website. And the headline says GameStop's stock price is down 50% from the highs. And this proves why it's still crazy. I want you to know that they're showing this as a headline right now with less than an hour to go before the opening of the day. This article was written 3-4 days ago. This is an antique article when it comes to business news. Most business news stories last a day and then we move on to the next day. This is an opinion piece that just keeps getting regurgitated and regurgitated time and time again. It's less than flattering. And it just kind of shows you the bias that's out there from some of these outfits. The Market Watch people, obviously, they either somebody has a bias or someone is paying for the opinion piece to be published and to be promoted. And I kind of ask myself, is that really what we are watching here? A continual attack on the credibility of GameStop, the company, and its stock, by basically paying for positioning on some of these websites to keep these negative articles front and center, to attempt to break the back of the momentum of the stock and just downplay it. And this is the game that is the new game. This is the new stock market game that happens now. You've got these forces at play where some folks are just more interested in buying their way onto the front page of a publication or a news or website and they'll pay to get you to read negative press. I mean, that's what it's about. Now, obviously, if you are short, millions of shares of stock, and the stock is going the wrong direction, in other words, it's going higher rather than lower, obviously what you're going to get here is desperate players who are going to resort to whatever they have to resort to to find a way to make the stock look terrible. I mean, any way you can. So you show up with a bunch of selling right after the opening and just crash the market as hard as you can. You buy positioning on websites like this with negative stories. You pay others to write negative stories on their blogs and then post them, and then you help promote them, and you just get the word out that GameStop is an overvalued company. You get analysts with $10 price targets. Absolutely no reality to the market, no reality to reality, and then they put a sell rating on it. You get this kind of stuff too. In some cases, it's bought. Some cases, it's rented. Some cases, it's encouraged. It's just what it is. There are legitimate people out there with legitimate opinions on the stock, but I got to tell you, most of what I read about the negative side of GameStop, it's all about 2015 until 2020. They want to talk about GameStop's decline for those 5 years when the company was in effect running a brick and mortar corporation, in the world that they were in at the time. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 was a different world than we have now. We've been in the middle of a pandemic for a year, and this company has survived the pandemic. No one wants to talk about that. The company has not issued any stock to survive. Nobody wants to talk about that. The company has not diluted their shareholders. Nobody wants to talk about that. The company is actually making money. They made money in the fourth quarter. They're making money in this quarter. Nobody wants to talk about that. At least no one's highlighting it. Ryan Cohen stepped in and took control of the company. They do admit that. But then they then poo-poo it by saying, but he's not going to make a difference. So you get this. Yeah, he owns 13% of the company. Yeah, he's going to be chairman of the board, but nothing's going to change. That's where this negativity comes from, because we are talking about the fact that in my humble opinion, there are a gazillion shares out there trading hands where gazillions of shares don't exist to actually trade. And someone asked me yesterday, somebody commented yesterday, and I thought this was a really good point. What we can't, and I'll get into this a little more detail. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you, and I cannot find out through any kind of a Google search or anything like that. If any of you know how to do this, you let me know. But here's what I can't find. Maybe some of you can find this. How many shares of GameStop are actually held by retail investors, people who don't have to report? They're non-institutions. They're private people or private companies, private LLCs that people have. How many shares out there are held by the public? Anywhere from a fraction of a share to 5 or 10 or 20,000 shares. A lot of individuals out there do hold stock in GameStop. I believe personally it's millions of people. That's my personal opinion is that a lot of investors that hold GameStop shares. We know there are 70 million in existence. That much we know. 20 to 26 million are held by insiders, roughly. That much we kind of know. Institutional investors like mutual funds, pension funds, hedge funds, ETFs, index funds, we know that they hold about 120 to 130 million shares. It varies. I'll see a report from 100 million to 130 million. It really jumps around. So you take the 120 million shares and then take the 20 million insider shares. That's 140 million shares. The New York Stock Exchange last reported back in March 14th. This is ancient history. March 14th, they said there were over 10 million shorted. We're now at 150 million. We haven't counted a single retail investor yet. How many of you have stock in the company, and how many have you got? Well, I know that almost everyone who watches this channel has GameStop, or pretty well, 90% of you have GameStop shares. And sometimes I have 8 to 10 to 12,000 people at a time watching the show, depending on what the stock is doing. So I know there's a ton of you out there who have it. I mean, and I'm convinced there are millions of shareholders of this stock through Robinhood and Fidelity and Schwab Slices and all the other Webull accounts, all these accounts and all these platforms. There are just a ton of you folks. And I'm asking, like someone's saying to me, I think there's 100 million shares held by retail investors. 100 million. Chaz, by the way, thank you for becoming a member of this channel, and I hope you're enjoying the show, and hope you get to use the emojis and have fun. Thank you for popping in. This is great. Also to Gedali Lustig, I have no idea how to pronounce this. GL is here. Hi, GL. Another new member. Fantastic. Everyone, a warm welcome to all of you. Great to have lots of gals coming in here, becoming members of this channel as well. It's beautiful. Love it. All of you, thank you so much for becoming members of this channel. And this, Chris Holmeister, GameStop's chief merchandising officer, forfeited more than 119,000 shares for failing to meet targets. Another filing is showing. So we're getting these filings coming out. All kinds of interesting developments going on with the stock. But I wonder how many shares are held by all of you out there as retail investors. Hypothetically, securities crash, then pensions are hurt. Instead of shorting the housing market, would the play be to short retirement home stock? I wouldn't be shorting retirement home stock. There are very few companies out there you can really trade all that much anyway. And generally speaking, they're full. They're always full because we're dealing with an aging population of Americans, and in Canada with Canadians. Japan is aging rapidly. Germany, France, the G20 aging, and the demand for spots in certain retirement homes is very high. So I don't think there's anything to short there. Anyway, there's just a lot of questions about how many shares you guys have as investors. And I've heard 100 million shares are held by retail investors. You add that to the 150 plus million that's supposedly already out there, that apparently is filed with the SEC that's out there. That's 250 million shares now. That's 250 million shares of GameStop that are out there. Well, how can that be? There's only 70 million in existence. I keep coming back to that number because that is the number of shares outstanding. We're around 70 million shares. How can there be 250 million trading? And why is it that the stock is only at 164? And the other thing is, as I've said a few times in the last few days, those of you who are retail investors and you all follow Reddit, Wall Street Bets, you follow me, you follow other YouTubers, you follow bloggers, you follow vloggers about GameStop. There's got to be 30 million of you out there, maybe more. I'm certain there's a huge number of people who follow all of us combined. Certainly Wall Street Bets, we're told, has at least 10 million followers now, at least 10 million. And those are, I think, people who have kind of registered to follow it. I think there are 10 or 15 million more that just follow it but don't actually register to follow. If all of you folks tried to buy 10 shares of this company stock over the next month, 10 shares, that would be 200 to 300 million shares of buying power coming into this market. That's what that would mean. There is no way that this stock would be under $2,500 a share with that kind of demand. There would be no way. Because the first thing that would happen is all the loose paper that's flying around, if there is any, would just get gobbled up to the $250 range, $300 range. That would be a no-brainer, doubling. Then you've got the shorters out there who are legitimately short. They're going to cover because they're going to see this wave, a tsunami of buying. They're getting out. They'll run that to 350, 400. Then you have the failure to deliver market, which again I keep coming back to going, how big is it? How big is it really? They'll be bought in. That'll run the market to 800 or more. The momentum traders who will jump on top of all of you guys who are trying to buy 10 shares each, they'll come into this stock. That'll take it to 1,500 a share. it'll just go higher. Waiting for a CEO to be announced. There's another pop right there. I mean, all this can happen in various sequence orders. I don't know which goes first. I don't know which happens before the other happens. But this stock is certainly trading at a steep discount to where it should be trading right now, based on how many dollars are into this company's stock, and multiplied by how many shares are out there versus how many shares should be out there. We are way underpriced here. Lloyd, how can institutions own 100 million shares when there's only 79? Exactly. Exactly. That is the question. How can the retail investors hold 100 million shares if there's only 70 million outstanding? How can there be 200 million shares if there's only 70 million outstanding? How? Well, it's magic, folks. It's magic. I come back to this, that if the share count came down to 100 million from the 250 million, that would be a 60% reduction in the amount of shares outstanding. But I believe what would happen, or what you have to factor in, is you have to take 250 million shares that are out there, multiply it by $165 a share, kind of what we're trading at right now. You'll come up with a number. It's a big number. And it'll be over $40 billion. And then you divide that into the 70 million shares that actually exist, and you're going to come up with a dollar value. And I come out with about a $600 dollar value, about something like that. So yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if the shares were $550 to $600 if you forced buy-ins for all the stock that shouldn't be out there. Because you can't buy people in at 164 for 100 plus million shares. There's no way that shareholders will give up their stock at 164. Right now, we've had 56,000 trade all morning. 56,000. There's 150 million out there, I think, that shouldn't be out there. So you start squeezing those 150 million shares at, say, 10 million shares a day for 15 days in a row. That's 3 weeks of trading, 5 trading days a week. Every week, the stock would go up $125 a week, something like that. $140 a week, maybe $150 a week, $20-30 a day. Like yesterday, $20-30 every day for 15 straight days. It would just go higher and higher and higher because the squeeze would be on. The squeeze. You've got to attract stock, and you got to convince people to want to sell it. People sell it when they have a profit that's irresistible to refuse. And for some, it'll be in around the 220 range. Some will be for 280. Some will be at 375. Some will say, I'll sell it for 22. Everybody has a price sooner or later. Maybe not all their shares, but some of their shares will be up for sale, and up it goes, and up it goes, and up it goes. And the higher it goes, the higher the pressure to settle up becomes. And the higher it goes, the more speculators you'll draw into the market to move it even faster. As I can see the stock going up 10-15% a day in value, but a 10% gain on a $160 stock is a $16 gain. A 10% gain on a $300 stock is a $30 a day gain. And a 10% move on a $500 stock is a $50 a share gain. You see how this amplifies up? And so it just jumps and jumps and jumps. And so whoever is short this paper, and God help you if you're short, you're going to lose your butts, and you're going to lose it quickly, because today and yesterday and lately the stock can move $5 or $10 a share, but yesterday it didn't do that. It went over $20 a share higher. You start seeing $25 a day price movements. You start seeing multi-billion-dollar problems show up all over the street with shorters. All over the street, there will be shorters going, whoa, we're down another $200 million today, or we're down $100 million, or we're down $50 million today. Additionally, we're in trouble. That's kind of what I think we might be witnessing if that were to continue. So shorters beware. Alfred, thank you for becoming part of this channel, joining the group here. This is fantastic. I think there's now 4 or 5 of you who've joined this morning already. Thank you, all new members. You get to use your emojis, of course, including the incredible knee emoji. And you also get to comment on the live show here and visit with our friends. And if you're a member of this channel, you will begin to receive you'll begin to receive messages from yours truly for members only, especially market alerts on certain stocks or what's going on, stuff you need to know. And whenever I come up with another stock that I start to follow, you'll get an alert with the name of the company and why you should consider it. And so thank you, all of you who are now members and becoming members. You're thinking of becoming a member. I welcome you all, and keep your eyes peeled for alerts and updates as these markets continue to evolve in front of our eyes with so much going on. It's ridiculous. Josh Walker, thank you for this donation. If I exercise my call option on GameStop, would I have to purchase the 100 shares at market value? Well, if you have an option on GameStop, you have an exercise price that you can buy the stock at. So if you're sitting on a $150 call option of GameStop that expires tomorrow, you can notify your broker that you would like to buy the 100 shares of GameStop that you're entitled to get at the exercise price you bought the contract at, which would be at 150. That's $150 a share. Stock's at 164 right now, so you'd be up $14 a share. The minute you bought the stock at 150, you're up $14 a share. Now, you could sell them right away if you want, take the $14 gain, or you can write a contract against your 100 shares. Maybe you want to write 200s or 225 contracts. That's up to you. You might just want to hold the shares and wait it out long term. I mean, if you own 10 contracts with a 150 exercise, you can buy 1,500 shares. Of course, on the other hand, the contracts that you hold right now, if they're in the money, in other words, the contract exercise price is below where the stock is trading at, you have a 150 with a 164 price on the stock market, you could just sell the contract. I mean, the contract right now is probably trading at $14 a share plus a time premium for Friday or next Friday or the Friday after, however long your contract has to live. The longer it has to live, the bigger the time premium that'll be on top of your book value. And you're better ahead to just sell the contract. You make more money. Frankly, if you exercise your stock, you'll only make the difference between the exercise price to you and the market price. But if you've got a time premium of $5 a share on top of the book value, you're giving up $500 of cash to exercise rather than just sell the contract. Now, the buyer of that contract likely is the individual that may have written the contract naked. In other words, they sold a contract for 100 shares of GameStop with a 150 exercise price while not even owning the stock. They don't have it. So if you exercise it, you're making them buy it on the open market to give it to you at 150. That's true. On the other hand, if you sell off the contract, they'll pay you the difference between 150 and 164 and give you another $500 on top of that. You're making them pay even more in actual dollars right now, which gives you $2,000 a contract, which you can do whatever you want with. But in theory, you could either buy another contract on the stock, or you could just start buying the stock itself at 164 with $2,000. Or if you have 10 contracts, $20,000. So if you have 100 contracts, $200,000. I don't know what you paid for this contract. I hope you're up on it. Maybe you bought it when the stock was a little lower here in the last few days. The stock was down to 132 the other day. So I hope you're doing well. 300 shares of GameStop at 450. Please come and rescue me. I need VGAC to drop to 9.99. I'm still waiting to find out if I can find anything out about what went on with VGAC yesterday. No idea why the VGAC stock did what it did. No idea. We have stimulus checks powering the U.S. economy. 9.8% sales gain for retailers last month. Oh yeah, that stimulus thing is huge. 1.9 trillion. You've only just started to see the effect of that. That money is turning over in the economy like crazy, and it is a good thing. A lot of made in America jobs being created right now because of that stimulus package. That's a good thing. Of course, you know the Republicans didn't want it to happen, eh? You know that, eh? Just thought I'd throw it in. Not that I'm getting political. Try not to be political here. 165 on GameStop. How about that? Let's take a look here. Vector acquisition. Yeah, I mean, it sat at $10 last night. There is no new news on the stock at all today. At this point, I see no news. I have nothing to update you on. We're all waiting to see just what the VGAC is going to do when we get going on the open market. We open in 30 minutes, by the way. We'll start trading in 30 minutes. VGAC, $10 a share. 2,800 traded. Nothing going on. Absolutely nothing going on. And I'm not seeing any update on the stock. Let's see if there's any news updates anywhere. Let's see. Anything here? Hang on. Oops. Nope. I'm not seeing anything here. Press releases even. Nope. Got nothing new. Nothing on VGAC. It's very quiet. Sitting at $10, which is what the stock came out at when it was underwritten. And it is a very, very quiet deal. Factory indexes jump for New York and Philadelphia. That's interesting. Again, upward pressure on economic stats. 155-point gain on the Dow right now with 30 minutes to go before we open up for trading. 24-point gain on S&P, 135-point gain on NASDAQ. Very, very good. There you go, guys. What can I say? Don't want to get political. I don't want to get political. Just looking at comments here, all kinds of folks saying, they're all saying hi to Tony. It's nice to see Tony back. Tony's part of the family now. He's gotten out on parole. He's certainly got a day pass going on. This is good news. So welcome, buddy. He's talking about the fact that DFV is going to exercise his calls. We think he can pick up 50,000 shares at $12 each. It'll be interesting to see if he's causing the writer of those calls to buy up stock, the open market. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, by the way, just so you know, behind me over here, you'll notice there's a couple of cell phone amplifiers. If you don't know what a cell phone amplifier is, let me quickly show you. This one right here, this is the Bagels with Bruce cell phone amp. You can see how the logo is sort of a 3D logo here. Here's the back of the logo. Here's the back. Solid piece of wood, but look at the top of the wood right here. You see that slot right there? That's where your cell phone goes, and that hole down there, that hole leads to a channel that comes up here to this opening. You take your cell phone, all right, as such, you take this, you put it in here like this, you turn it on, and you start listening to your music, or yours truly if you want, whatever you want to listen to. The sound comes out of the bottom of your phone down here, travels out here, and gets amplified by this little amphitheater, this all wooden design. And this works as a speaker all over your living room, your kitchen, your deck, RV, go camping with it. No batteries, no software, no moving parts. It's made of real wood from Creston. It's repurposed wood. Some of this wood has been, this used to be part of an old barn, for example, or a tool shed at one time. It's repurposed wood here in Creston. And this is handmade by Marshall Thompson right there, right here in Creston. He hand makes these, and then he gets these logos put on here on the front, which is kind of cool. You can kind of see how the logo is inside here, and then it's on here, and it's kind of neat. If you want one of these guys for Stock Markets with Bruce, make a donation on PayPal to our cause. It's a $60 US dollar donation, $60. That will get you one of these airmail to you. They're quite heavy. Definitely a pound and a half of weight here. This cost me a fortune to send this. This is not made of paper or anything like that. It's the real deal. If you'd like one of those, send us a $60 donation US. And when you do send a donation, say, like to order Bagels with Bruce cell phone amplifier, here's my address. Give me your address so we know where to mail it, and we'll get it out to you. We should have these going out here in about 2 to 3 weeks. This is a prototype here, and let me know if you'd like one. Okay, guys? We're taking names and addresses down right now, and we'll be sending out the cell phone amplifier shortly. If you'd like one from up here, you can get the Sextant logo. You'll notice on my channel up there, you see that Sextant? That's from Traveling with Bruce. That's a Traveling with Bruce logo. Same thing. You can order one of those. And same thing with PayPal. Just make a donation to PayPal, and we'll airmail one to you ASAP. Thank you, everybody, for your support, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, thank you for being here. We are now 26 minutes away from opening. We've got the Dow up 148 points. We have the S&P showing up 24. We've got 137 point gain right now on NASDAQ. Okay. CDC says 5,800 people who were fully vaccinated still caught the COVID virus, which shows you that these 70 to 90% effectiveness reports that we're hearing about truly are 70 to 90% effective, because some people do catch the virus even though they've been vaccinated. It's not a 100% guarantee. It is 70 odd to 90 odd percent effective. And this is why the officials are asking you, even if you've been given the vaccine, keep wearing the mask. It's another layer of protection in case your virus vaccine doesn't hold up against some of these variants. Just be safe out there. We're not done yet. Speaking of the vaccine, I got mine last night. Jennifer and I went to our local hospital last night for our appointment. They gave me the jab over here. My arm is a little sore this morning. It's kind of like, do you remember in high school, the bully would punch your arm and you'd have a Charlie horse? You remember that feeling? It's kind of what I got. If the more I use it, the more sore it gets. So I'm trying not to use this arm as much as I normally do. I'm using this arm. Hi, everybody. But I tell you, I did not feel the needle going in. I mean, I'm watching her. She's got the needle in her hand. Of course, they're very subtle with it. They're very skilled. It's kind of like behind me over here, you know. And I can see her. She says, "Are you ready?" I said, "I'm ready." And she's, "You're done." I'm going, "What?" I said, "You're all done." I said, No, do it again. Put it in there again." She said, "Oh, you're all done. I don't jab you twice." I didn't feel it. I was sensing. I had my arm down and my shoulder down, all relaxed, and I am just doing this. I'm going, where is it? I'm sure I'll feel it. Couldn't feel it. Could not feel it. In and out, done. Took her like 3 seconds. It was unbelievable. We talked for 10 minutes before we did it. It takes longer to do the paperwork and get the jab. The jab is over, and then they ask you just have a seat over here of some of these chairs for 15 minutes and just relax. And let's make sure we have no side effects that are imminently showing right away. Oh, okay. So I got my timer on my iPhone, and Jen got her jab done. I got mine done, and we're just sitting there talking about whatever. And next thing you know, my little alarm's going. 15 minutes is up. The gal goes, "You're good to go. We'll see you for jab number 2 and down the road." I said, "Oh, fantastic." They'll contact us when they're ready for the second jab. It was a no-brainer. It was a nothing burger. It was incredible. I'm so pleased. I was very happy. So, folks, do not even fret about it. You don't get a lollipop, by the way. They don't have lollipops anymore. You remember when we were school kids? I remember in the 60s and the 70s, you'd get a lollipop. I'm pretty sure you got a lollipop. They'd even ask you, what flavor do you want? If they had 4 or 5 flavors, 6 flavors, you could pick the color you wanted. I always liked the cherry one. I always loved cherry. That was me, though. That was me back then. David, fully chipped in North Carolina and waiting in recovery lot with Uncle Bruce. Fully chipped in NC and waiting for recovery lot. Welcome, my friend, and thank you for the donation, and let's make money today. How about that? 165.23 on the GameStop. It looks like it's getting a little better. What can I say? Dr. Vetter said, I got a sticker. I was saying to the folks who were waiting, the folks who were waiting for their 15 minutes before they could go, they'd already been jabbed. I said, "Did you get a lollipop?" And they said, "No." And the nurse said, "I'm sorry, no lollipops." And then one of the gals said to me, "Going to Dairy Queen." I thought, yeah, there you go. Well, after we get the jab, we're going to Dairy Queen. I thought there's a reward. We do have a Dairy Queen in Creston. We have one. We have an A&W, a Dairy Queen, a Subway, Tim Hortons. But Jen and I came home, and I pulled out the ice cream from the freezer. I had some ice cream last night. It was all good. It was all good. Forgot that one. Lollipops and vaccinations. You remember that when you were kids? I remember when I was in grade 1. Let me kind of rewind a little bit. Back when I was in grade 1, I was living in Germany at the time. My father was in the Canadian Army, and I was part of the NATO deployment in Zost in West Germany. And I started school in West Germany. I was 6, I think I was 5 or 6, and we didn't have kindergarten. We just went into grade 1, and I think you had to be 5 or 6 to start. I can't remember. And I remember the entire class was in English, and of course we're at a NATO Army base with a school we had a playground and all this stuff. It was great. It was just a great place as a kid. I loved it. Anyway, the problem was for me was I was a German speaking kid. I was born in Canada, yes, landed in Germany at age 4, and quickly found that everyone around me spoke German. Because after all, we were in West Germany, and my parents spoke German in the house because they're home now. We're back. They're back in the country they came from, to Canada. So my mom was speaking to me in German. My grandmother is speaking to me German. All my friends I play with in the neighborhood, German. So within 6 months, I couldn't speak English anymore. Now I got to go to school. It's an English-speaking school. I have Americans here. There are Canadians. There are Australians. There's all the countries of the world. Brits are all speaking English. And so very few children, although I will say the older children who were like 10, 12, 14, they spoke English and German. So, I could communicate with the kids, but the teachers insisted on teaching in English only. And I was lost. And coming home to get help from my mom and dad for English, my father would give me the rudimentary basics that he was learning from all the years that he was, been trying to learn English. My mother was useless when it came to helping me out. And so I was having trouble with the language. But when you did something good in class, the teacher had a giant, at least I felt it was gigantic. It was a glass bowl, a glass jar, actually, with a big lid on it. I swear to you, it was as big as my chest. And as a 5, 6-year-old kid, oh, this thing was huge. It was gigantic. But I think in real life, it was more like a pickle jar. But as a 5, 6-year-old kid, this jar was full of hard candies, these hard candies. And you did something good in class. And I don't know what, and not often did I get to you go to the front of the class, and she would have the jar, and she would ask you, what color candy would you like? You got a candy in class, and you could eat it right there. You could have it right in the class, no problem. And I always wanted the cherry ones. I wanted one of those red ones. I love the cherry. Didn't want the raspberry one. No, I wanted the cherry one. I love the cherry. And I rarely got one, but when I got one, I treasured it. It was fantastic. But those are the days way back. We came to Canada the next year. Went to class in Canada. Of course, it's all English, and there's no one to interpret anything for you with German. I mean, no way. We're talking about just outside of Toronto, Ontario, home of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and so many transplanted Brits who are living there. There's no German anything. They're the enemy, man. And so I'm in school in grade 3 and 4, and I'm lost. I am lost. I learned more English from watching cartoons than from my parents. I had to watch the Flintstones, and watching Yogi Bear and Bugs Bunny, and trying to learn English from just absorbing it, and then watching the Beverly Hillbillies and Petticoat Junction and the Ed Sullivan Show and Bonanza. I mean, you're just absorbing anything you can of the culture of America, North America, and trying to learn English as a 6, 7-year-old kid, because I used to have to sneak home different ways every night after school because the bullies who were anti-Nazis were waiting to get the German, and they all knew that guy is a German. Let's get him. Even though I was born in Canada, didn't matter. You don't speak English, you're not Canadian. you don't belong here. We're going to get you. So I learned how to sneak home various routes to make it home alive and try not to get caught by these guys. So you were desperately trying to be as Canadian and as American as you could. And my parents were going, why are you giving up on your heritage? And I'm going, why? Because I'm getting the crap beat out of me. That's why. I don't know if you've noticed, but your son is kind of panting when he gets home every day. Have you not figured that out? Of course, that's just silly talk. You 7-year-old, you don't know what you're talking about. And of course, whenever relatives would come over, friends and relatives of the family, well, why don't you speak German more often? It would be really nice if you kept that language up. And I would look at my cousins or others who were also in our age group. We would just shake our heads going, you adults, you have no idea of the crap that we take in our lives through school and our neighborhood here. You have no idea. And it took my parents until I was, I think, in my 30s when we had one of these chats one day about, it's too bad you lost your language. And I finally said, okay, listen, Dad. My dear father, listen to me, old man. Let me tell you how it was for me, okay? I'm 35 now, and I'm going to tell you the way it was. And he was just shaking his head going, I never knew that. I said, well, no kidding. I was so traumatized, I didn't want to tell you. Because telling your father that you're having these problems is kind of like admitting that you're not a man, what can I say? The trials and tribulations of being a kid in the 60s with this German English thing and John Wayne movies on television. Oh no, all the war movies. Every Sunday night, the Sunday night movie would be Battle for Navarone or whatever. And the Germans were the bad guys. They were stupid. They were ignorant. They were dumb. They were dumb soldiers, easy to pick off. Kind of like Star Wars, stormtroopers. Easy to pick those guys off because they don't know what they're doing. They're so untrained. So it was kind of entertaining as a kid in Canada. What can I tell you? Anyway, we survived. Bruce, please talk about the market. Don't talk about your kid anymore. Your youth. Don't do that. Talk about the market and tell us what's going on, please. How about the fact that GameStop is 166? How about we talk about that? We touched 166 a moment ago, kind of got even here. The Dow is up 152, S&P is up 23, NASDAQ up 132. GameStop 165.63 right now. Volume on the morning, 74,000 shares. Nothing trading. Let's see what happens. Yep, no lollipops. What can I say? Bruce, you can't just casually throw out Petticoat Junction and then not mention Kung Fu and the Wild Wild West or Gunsmoke and then Batman and Robin and all the great TV shows. Get Smart and oh man, loved all those shows. And then they grow up. Yes, 3 tiny bags of dynamite is like waiting for GameStop here. What's Bruce's take on coin? Bruce is very wary of coin. That's the take on coin from Bruce. He's very wary of it because Bruce is kind of wondering, is this really justified at these prices? $344 right now in the pre-market, up $16. It's been over $365 this morning in the pre-market. I really wonder. I just get the impression that this came out way too overvalued. And I really don't understand why you had to list it starting at $250. Why couldn't you list it at $25? Why didn't you just have a 10-for-1 split already and bring it out at $25? Because for any of you out there to want to write options against this stuff, you got to buy 100 shares at $344 a pop. Good luck with that. You got 34 grand lying around, so you can write one call contract. If this were $34, you could buy $3,400 of the stock and start writing calls. Very restrictive. I don't know. I'm not a fan. And then when it comes to the actual business itself, I don't know how solid this company will be financially going forward as more competition comes out. They are the first out there. I'll grant them that, but I really wonder what their long-term solid cash flowing will be. I don't know if they're even worth $250 a share. I have no idea, no way of putting a PE multiple on it. I have no idea of giving you earnings projections. Are the earnings projections based on how Bitcoin trades? I think Bitcoin in the last week has run up because of the anticipation of the Coinbase listing. That's not why Bitcoin should be going up in value. Bitcoin should go up in value because of demand on Bitcoin, not on the Coinbase hype. But there was so much hype on Coinbase that I think Bitcoin got sucked in into the vortex and into the tailwind of it. And I wonder if next week we're going to have a bad week all around. Will Bitcoin give up 10, 15% of value to kind of consolidate itself? Would that make Coinbase drop to 175 a share and be half the price that it is now? I don't know. I don't have any faith in this thing as a solid, like an IBM. No way is it as solid as an IBM or an Apple. It's extremely speculative, and I don't know if anyone knows what the prospects of the company could really be over the next 6 months to 12 months to really show me and show all of you out there what kind of earnings potential does this company have, and should we value it on sales? Should we value it on evaluated on some kind of a margin, some kind of a profit margin, some kind of a perceived earnings per share, when, where, how, what? I don't know. So that's where I'm not able to give you any kind of a recommendation to buy this thing. Lloyd, could VGAC be down because Richard Branson sold 5 million shares of Virgin Galactic? Nope, would have nothing to do with it. KO has become a new member. Welcome to the channel, KO. Nice to have you here. It's another one this morning. Fantastic. No, whatever Richard Branson does outside of VGAC will have no effect on VGAC. None. Richard Branson has investments in dozens of entities, dozens and dozens and dozens. And it's possible, maybe, again, I'm speculating, but maybe he's selling stock in one entity to buy stock in another. And with respect to VGAC, he is going to buy $25 million worth of stock at $10 a share. There's about $400 million of buying, or no, maybe $500 million of buying coming into VGAC at $10 a share from various investors, hedge funds, mutual funds, and pension funds, including the founder of 23andMe. She also is putting in $25 million of her own money into the stock at $10. So you're just joining Richard Branson if you're buying the stock right now. You're just joining him at the price he's paying to get in. MHII, today is payday for many apes. Will we see increased buying pressure as a result? Today's payday plus options possibility expiring in the money tomorrow catalyst. Well, every week is always a possibility for a catalyst for options and for shares. Every company has shares Many companies that have shares outstanding also have options outstanding. And so every Friday is option expiry day. For GameStop, I think that the move up in the market from 132 to here has already triggered some concern among short sellers. What I'm wondering about is if this morning we get a wave of buying in the first hour to offset any kind of wave of selling we might get in the first hour. And if the shares go into this 175-85 range, the short sellers will start to get very nervous very quickly, because despite everything they're doing, despite every trick in the book they're trying to use to employ to make the stock look like a bag of garbage, it's not working. And if it's not working, the longs get more aggressive. Those of you who see that you're starting to make money, you'll buy more stock because you're making money. It's on a roll. You'll all want in. And if this thing runs up to 175.85, it's on its way to 200, which is a bigger problem for the short sellers compared to $132 2.5 days ago. So could be a good day today. We'll see here. Sell with dips. I'd wait to buy coin until the next Bitcoin correction or crash. When it does, people will dump this thing. Just my humble opinion. You could be very correct. I wonder also how many desperados are out there trading coin, trying to make their money back on losing on other hot stocks that didn't pan out, or they held too long, or didn't sell at a profit. There's a lot of flippers into coin, a lot of day traders, and they're desperados. They're here today, gone later today. And I would not be surprised if they're allowed to buy on margin, they're buying on margin. So Coinbase could be heavily margined all over the place, and it could be very volatile on a pullback. Yeah, if Bitcoin gave up 10 or 20% for profit taking back into the high 40,000 range, Coinbase could drop by half. Again, this is my opinion. Up to you to decide whether I'm right or not. You've got to figure it out for yourselves, but I would avoid this thing would not be involved in this deal. That's just me. Like I say, that's what we got. Anyway, where are we at right now? I've got GameStop, VGAC, and IPOE right on. We're going to open up here in 6 minutes, 5.5, 6 minutes. The folks at CNBC are throwing a swack of commercials in here to make as much money as they can from you before we go live. And we're going to see how we do here. And it's the day of days. First and after the pre-markets are up, then Tony escaped. I have an optimistic, smooth brain, hopes for this day in the market. Let's see what happens. Ron, Uncle Bruce, I am confused with the options. I thought you can buy a contract that enables you to buy shares if you want at a set price. Why do you need 100 shares to buy a contract? No, you don't need to have 100 shares to buy a contract. If you own 100 shares, you can write a call contract. You can create a call contract. You are shorting a call contract, which you could buy back later or let expire if it's out of the money. If you don't have 100 shares, or even if you do have 100 shares, you have 10,000, it doesn't matter if you have any or a zillion of them, you can buy and sell contracts anytime you want on any stock you want if contracts trade. So on GameStop, if you want to buy an out-of-the-money GameStop contract, stock's 166 right now, you want to buy a $200 call contract that expires a month from now, they're out there. Just check out the market and buy all you want. If the shares go to 250 while you're holding that contract and it's still alive, you could exercise that contract if you bought, say, one of them or 10 of them or 5 of them or 15 of them, it doesn't matter, at $200 a share. You can buy the stock at $200 a share because it's a $200 exercise contract, but you don't have to. You can just sell the contract in the open market in Chicago. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange is where the options trade, and they mirror the stock. So if the GameStop shares go up, the call contracts go up. So if you bought the call contract at $20 a contract, $20 a share, which is $2,000 a contract, the stock went up dramatically and your call went to $60, that's a $6,000 contract. You can just sell it for $6,000 and make a profit of $4,000. Of course, if you buy 100 shares right now at 166, you're paying $16,600. If you could buy a contract that controls 100 shares at $20 a contract or $2,000 for 100 share contract, for $2,000, you're controlling 100 shares. If you buy the stock at $16,600, 1/8 the price, you can control 100 shares for a certain amount of time. You have access to 100 shares for a certain amount of time for a certain exercise price. So if the shares move dramatically to the 250 range and your contract goes up, tracking the stock, and it goes to $60, you have a $6,000 contract that you paid $2,000 for. You're up $4,000. You tripled your money. GameStop shares at $166 go to $250. You're up $94, $84 a share, $84 a share, or whatever it is, 94. You've made money. Yeah, but you paid $16,000 to make that money, not $2,000 to make that money. From $2,000 to $6,000 is 300% return. From $16,600 to $25,000 is $9,000 profit. On a $16,000 investment, you've made more than half your money, made about 55% on your money. But on the other one, you made 300% on your money. That's why call contracts are popular with investors that don't have the big bucks to put into the stock, or they do have big bucks. They've got 20, 30 grand. They could buy stock, but they would rather buy contracts and control 5 times as many shares or 3 times as many shares as if they bought them, or 8 times as many. So like I said before, $16,600 gets you 100 shares. $2,000 lets you control 100 shares. 16 grand into contracts gets you 8 contracts. You own or control 800 options on 800 shares of stock. So of course, go from 2,000 to 6,000, 8 contracts of those, you have 8 times 6,000, $48,000 from $16,000. That's why options are popular, but they're scary because if the shares don't go up dramatically, your call contracts might be worth zero on the very last day they have to live. You could theoretically buy them at 20 bucks and watch them deteriorate by $100 or $200 every day until they die worthless on the Friday that they expire. If the shares go down in price, and this is the nightmare for call option holders, you bought a call contract for $200, hoping it would go to $250, stock's at $166, it goes to $136 in the next 2 weeks, your contract is worth zero very quickly because it's now way out of the money. It's not like just out of the money. It's way out of the money. And each day that goes by, it's almost expired. And so you lose all 2,000 or all 20,000. How many did you buy? 8 contracts? You lose all $16,000. If you got the stock at 166 and it goes to 136, you're still worth $13,600 instead of $16,600, but your shares don't expire. They're around for years. They're around for as long as you want to hold them. So you can wait out the stock to come back to 166 or higher, but with an option, you have a candle burning at the end of it. It's going to die on you. It's going to expire on you. And so you have to be very careful about what's going on. We are down a time to trade right now. We are open to start trading the market. 166.53, I think, is where we closed last night. Let's see where we want to open this market right now. What is this market going to give us to start the day here this morning? Let's take a look at GameStop right now, showing 161.55 first trade, 214,000 shares traded on the opening right at the moment. And we'll wait for a moment or two or three to see how the stock filters through. 162 now. AMC is up 42 cents to 977 with a 2.7 million block trade to start things off. Coinbase is at 339.95, up 11.67 from last night's close. 4.3 million early trade. GameStop now 162.60 something, down $4 something at 228,000 shares. Very quiet, a down dip. Are we seeing first thing this morning short sellers, hedge funds slamming GameStop right now? They're not waiting 15 minutes. They're not waiting until 6:30 or 8:30 or 9:30. They're coming in now. They're going to hit it now. Is that what the plan is? Is that the deal? 239,000 shares traded, 161.60 down 493. Even though all morning GameStop was trading at 164 to 166 all morning, it is now 161 to start the day on the New York Stock Exchange. Is this artificial? I think so. Is it real? I don't think so. I think it's artificial. VGAC, I'm showing at, I think, $10. Not much happening on VGAC at the moment. Waiting for waiting for my computer to actually reload here, so we'll just wait a minute for that. GameStop now $160 a share. It is absolutely being messed with by a hedge fund. There is no question that somebody or somebodies are messing with GameStop right off the bat. VGAC is trading at $10 a share. Nothing going on with VGAC. GameStop, $160, 161.09. As it's jumping around right here. Volume on GameStop now to start the day is 330,000 shares. Virtually nothing now. 162.68. Already up 260 from the low. It did touch 159.80 as a first thing in the morning trade this morning on GameStop. That's what I've got so far. Watching the early going on our favorites. Coinbase is only up 940 now to 337. AMC at 976, up 40 cents a share. Hang on, let me go over here. There we go. Thank you everybody for popping in here. Nice to see you all. Just checking our comments. We've got Vector Acquisition up 4 cents to 1070. We've got Navside Holdings up a penny. We got IPOE up 12 cents to 1680. Gore's Holding up 14 cents to 1310. VGAC up a penny to 1001. Volume of 30,000 shares. Absolutely nothing. Very quiet. SVAC up a penny to 996, and Fortress up no change at 1005 right now. The Dow up 210 to start the morning. S&P up 29 points. NASDAQ up 142. Very good start to the market. Yet GameStop is at 161.79. Volume on GameStop this morning is showing at 370,000 shares. And we're showing 161.80 with a low of 159.80. We bumped up $2 from the low of the morning, It's one of the only stocks down on the day, and I'm convinced that what we have here is an attack by some idiotic short seller who's trying to drive this market lower to make it look terrible to you. And I don't think it's working. I don't think this is working. There are buyers coming in here who are picking up on this dip right now, trying to get this at 161. But it is what it is. Coinbase up only $8 now to 336. Coinbase volume on the morning, 5.7 million shares. GameStop now 161.75. Volume of 386,000. That's what we have on GameStop right now. Welcome all of you to the show. We have 1,000 thumbs ups already on this telecast. Thank you, everybody. 60 thumbs downs. Thank you for the beautiful up to down ratio we're showing here. Love you guys for that. We are showing what we have at 161.33, 161.93, depending on which device I look at. It's jumping around on GameStop, down about $5 odd a share. Volume 399,000. Very quiet opening. There was right off the bat, there was a seller that just sold at the market, didn't care. The stock was trading at 166 a second earlier on the pre-market. They started off right away with a 163 trade and dropped it right down to 159 right now to make it look terrible, make it look down $7 from the pre-market trade. But right at this second, the stock's coming back up to 163.19. It is getting stronger now, not weaker, as the volume breaks 430,000 shares. That's what we see right now, 163 on the GameStop as it is coming up. We'll see what happens. Bruce just read the news that GameStop ousted CEO will forfeit $98 million worth of shares for failure to meet his stated performance target. Could these shares be released to the market? No. These are shares that were in the treasury of the company and they were reserved for bonuses. This is done by every public company that's out there. They usually have shares reserved for employees and senior employees as options and or performance bonuses. And so sometimes bonuses are not paid out because they're not achieving the stated results. Or what could have happened here is the chief executive, CEO, did receive stock as bonuses, but not all the stock he could have received. That's something else to remember here. So these shares, they don't even get issued. They're not created. They don't get created, and there are no additional shares issued by the company. The 70 million that are out there right now take into account stock that can be issued as bonuses and options to insiders and senior officers of the company, just so you know. So it doesn't affect the company stock issuance whatsoever, will have no effect on the price of the market in the open market. There'll be no fresh stock coming up for sale, none of that kind of stuff. All right. When you say institutions, they own 100,000, does that mean they own them in mutual funds? No, it means that certain entities out there, like hedge funds, if you run a hedge fund, it's likely that you have maybe 200 employees with you, and of the 200 employees, there might be 40 people that joined you at the very beginning of the creating of this fund, and all of you pooled together all your dough, and you funded this hedge fund with $100 million of your own money. And then you approached clients. All 40 of you approached friends, relatives, associates, clientele, and you amassed $3 billion in cash to put into this hedge fund to now manage this money. You're now running a hedge fund. All right. Well, in the fund's ownership, there are funds that will buy certain kind of investments only, because that's the reason the fund has been created. A hedge fund might be only interested in the FANG stocks, or only interested in the Dow 30, or only buy automobile stocks, or only buy retailer stocks. There are other hedge funds who say, we don't know, we'll do whatever we want. We're going to just buy and sell stock on the market. We're going to short stock. We're going to buy and sell call contracts, put contracts. we're going to do everything. We're just trying to make money wherever money can be made. And there are some investors who will say, nope, I'm not giving you any of my money if that's what you're going to do. I only want to invest in hedge funds that will only invest in certain things that I like. Well, then there's 15,000 hedge funds. Go ahead and find them. They're out there. But a hedge fund owns stock in a company, say GameStop shares. They would own the stock in their name. They would have a brokerage account with maybe 20 different brokerage firms. And collectively, they might have 5,000 GameStop with this brokerage company, 5,000 with that broker over there, 5,000 that broker. They got 20 brokers they own stock through, all kinds of stock. And they own collectively 100,000 shares of GameStop shares. Every month, they file with the SEC. I think it's a 13F report, something like that. There's a report they have to fill in disclosing their long positions because they are handling investors' money, not their money, investors' money as well as their money. They must reveal to the SEC their positions, which is public knowledge for all the public to know. So if you want to know what hedge fund blah, blah, blah is sitting on, you can look up an SEC report on that hedge fund and see their entire position at the end of last month or whenever they last filed. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that they own the stock inside a mutual fund. A mutual fund reveals its holdings because a mutual fund receives money from investors issuing mutual fund units or shares in return. ETFs issue ETF stock to investors. They pool all that money into a giant pot and then diversify that money into a bunch of investments. There are mutual funds that hold GameStop shares. They have to report all holdings of everything they've got, including GameStop shares, to the SEC. And that's how you can tell how many shares of GameStop are held by different mutual funds. So if you do the math and add up all the shares held by mutual funds, all the shares held by hedge funds, all the shares held by ETFs, all the shares held by index funds, and then all the shares held by insiders, those are 5% or more of the stock, and employees of the company, senior executives, you add it all up and you're going, how can there be 150 million shares out there when there's only 70 million in existence? But that's what it shows. It shows hundreds, way more than 100 million shares trading that are actually out there reported to the SEC. Then there's the retail investors. That's you guys. You don't have to report to the SEC how many shares you have. You've got the stock, got 3 shares, 20 shares. You don't have to tell the SEC. That could be 100 million more. And that's why with GameStop, I keep asking how many hundreds of millions of shares of GameStop are really out there trading hands. And why is it that this morning, for example, when the stock was trading at 166 this morning on the pre-market, just 12 minutes ago, why is it that in 12 minutes of trading on the New York Stock Exchange, GameStop is trading right now at 158.32? Why is it down $8 from yesterday's close? Why is that? The company hasn't said anything negative. No one has said anything negative about the stock, except for that negative article we saw placed on the Market Watch head bulletin thing, that so-called opinion piece that I think was paid to be put there. That's the only piece of negative news I can see. The stock is 157.90. Maybe right now, while we're talking, what's happening right now with 700 and some odd thousand shares trading, there's a hedge fund dropping stock onto the GameStop market without any care in the world at what price they can sell it for. They just want to drop this stock down as fast as they can to make it look absolutely sickeningly bad. And they got it down to 157.58 right now. The question is this the low of the day? Are they going to have any more waves of selling? Or is there a bunch of buyers out there who are waiting in wait, lying in wait to pick off whatever they can of this stock as it comes into them at these levels? That's what we have to wait for. I keep repeating this one little comment that there's got to be 20, 30 million of you who are following this stock. And if you guys just tried to buy 10 shares each at these levels, I would clean it out pretty quick. You would clean this stuff out of here. There wouldn't be anything for sale at 200 or less within 20 minutes. Get enough buyers coming in here to pick this stuff up. It could be a 220 this afternoon. By next Friday, it could be 500 a share. Because if everybody tries to buy 10 shares, which are retail investors, these short sellers would be in big doo-doo because, of course, they're selling as many as they can, as hard as they can. And the buyers are all small buyers, millions of them, just picking off these little pieces. And then when these hedge funds try to buy back their stock at a profit, they're not finding 1 million shares for sale here, 5 million shares for sale there, 200,000 there, 150,000 shares. They can't find blocks like that. There are no blocks like that. The only guys who have stock are the small retail investors, and they're the ones offering. I'll sell you a share. I got one, 244 share. I got one for 292. I got one here for 350. Try and buy 1 million shares with that kind of selling coming at you. Can't do it. You're going to run this market up to try to attract stock, and it's just not going to come in. We're at 160, by the way. We're back at the 160. We're up almost $3 from the low of the morning. That's what happens with the stock. It gets attacked. It gets attacked suddenly, violently, aggressively. The selling stops because there's only so many shares these people can muster. And then it pops up $3, $4, $5 a share in like 3 minutes. It just pops right back up. 160.61 right now. 161 looks like is where we're going to be at here in a minute. That would put the volume on GameStop at 913,000. And at 161 a share, there it is, 161.17. It's up $4 in 2 minutes. The selling didn't work. The selling did not create a bunch of panicked shareholders who wanted to get out because they're all nervous about the company being delisted or going out of business. It didn't happen. It didn't work. It's 162.49. The opposite happened. A George Costanza moment took place where the shorter tried to kill the market and the buyers went, is that all you got? You've got a measly 900,000 shares? Oh, come on, buddy. Get in with the big leagues. Get in with the players here. Watch this. We're back to 162. We're 163 right now. We're at 163 on this stock. We're up $6 from the low of the morning already. 163.46. It's going to turn positive in like a couple of minutes. Those of you who aren't buying these dips, I don't know what you're waiting for. 20 million of you could easily pick up 10 shares each. 200 million shares of buying. 2,500 a share, and the massive $100+ billion wealth transfer is on from hedge funds who don't know what they're doing to you who you do know what you're doing. You're buying into the Cohen story. You're buying the long-term game plan of GameStop. These short sellers are trying to kill the market as quick as possible, and you guys won't go away, and that's the problem. You're not going away. 164, 165 on the stock right now. I think we're within $1 of yesterday's close already. We're quickly coming in to that 1,098,000 shares traded. The selling just is not heavy enough to stop this market. It's just not heavy enough to stop this stock from going higher. That's where I see it going, kids. I think the stock is going to go a lot higher, and it's going to create a major problem for short sellers, a major tens of billions of dollars problem for short sellers. These guys are absolutely on the wrong side of this market. Anyway, it's just Bruce here. What can I say? Just trying to fill you in on what's going on. Coinbase, it's only up $4 a share. I think Coinbase is going to have a bad day today. I think Coinbase could reach 250 or less today. It might reach 200. Why? Because Coinbase is trading at such a stupid multiple, can't justify its values. And if Bitcoin has any kind of a correction, and it will, because Bitcoin cannot just go straight up. That's not how this works. Bitcoin will have a correction of 10 to 20%. Coinbase will go down to 100 to 150 bucks a share. I call it. I'm calling it, and you watch. It's right now 334. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot cattle prod. But you guys are gamblers. Knock yourselves out. You want to gamble your stimulus money? Go ahead. Good luck to you. 1.2 million shares traded on GameStop, back to 164.50 and climbing again. It's going higher. Saul, hi, Bruce. Have a question in regards to option calls. If I have an option call for VGAC that expires after the merger, what will happen to my option calls? Well, as soon as the merger is done, your option name will change. You won't own VGAC options anymore. You'll own 23andMe options. If you have a $12 exercise price, you still have a $12 exercise price. The contract expires in June, it still expires in June. Nothing changes but the name and the symbol that you use to look up the quote on your option. Nothing else changes. Probably what will change is the value of the stock. I think the stock's value will change. I think in a good way. I think in a very good way, which will affect your option price in a very good way. So that's what I think. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. And thank you for asking. It's nice to have you here. It's payback time, Gerard says. That's right. That's right. When do you folks out there believe it's payback time as retail investors? Is it now? Is now the time to be paid back? If it is, then all of you should just buy 10 shares of GameStop. Just pick off 10 shares each. All 20 million of you. Tell all your other buddies out there on GameStop. Tell them all out there on Reddit, on Wall Street Bets, any forum that you're following on. Share my video on other platforms. Let the world know. GameStop shareholders need only buy 10 shares each. And this thing is gone. 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 So gone. Oh, gone. Been gone so long. Been gone so long. Oh my gosh. Yes. Gone. I've been gone so. Chilliwack. Yeah. My girl. Oh man. Love it. This is going to be so much fun. I think you guys are going to have fun here. I think you're going to make a lot of money. 10 to the moon. That's it. Just pick up 10 shares. Watch it go to the moon. 20 million buyers, 10 shares each, 200 million shares of buying. There's no way this stock sits at 161. There's no way it sits at 160. There's no way it sits at 200. There's no way it's under 500. There's no way it's under 1,000. No way. Right now, 161, 160, there's a battle going on right now between hedge fund short sellers and long buyers. Right as we are sitting here, this battle is happening live in front of our eyes. I'm watching this stock gyrate, showing right now 161 on the stock. 161.81 is what I got it at right now. Volume on GameStop, 1.3 million shares. Not enough selling to stop this stock from going higher. There's just not enough selling coming in. I think that these shorters are beginning to run out of bullets. And I think what's going to happen is that the higher these shares go, the more expensive it becomes to carry a larger and larger short position. And this becomes a money problem. It doesn't become a stock number problem. It becomes a money problem. And the higher these shares go, the bigger the money problem that these shorters are going to run into. They're going to eventually start one by one backing off. They're going to just throw in the towel and say, I'm out of here. I can't carry this anymore. It's beyond my risk tolerance level. I gotta step back. And you may find that other hedge funds who are out there will notice, oh, I noticed so-and-so is backing off, or so-and-so seems to not be selling anymore, or so-and-so over here is buying this stuff all of a sudden. I thought they were shorters. They're buying this stuff. They start piling in themselves to just spread the pain even more, because a hedge fund loves sticking it to another hedge fund. Absolutely they do. And why wouldn't you? If you got a hedge fund worth $5 billion and you see a $20 billion hedge fund bleeding money like crazy, why don't you jump in on the other side of that hedge fund's trades and just compound their misery by making yourself $1 billion or $2? Yeah, what's wrong with making money? That's what this is all about. It's called making money. So if you pick off 10,000 shares of GameStop at 161, and another 10,000 at 162, and then 30,000 at 163, and 30,000 at 164. And you just keep buying it and buying it and buying it and buying it. And you just running up that market with all those investors picking off 10 shares each. The ammo and the momentum just runs this thing up to 180 to 220, 260, $350 a share. And these guys picking off 10s and 20s and 30,000s as they're buying it all up, making millions. You're making thousands. They're making millions. And it all adds up to billions made on the long side and billions lost on the short side. There are people who will smell blood in the water. Right now, though, 161.47. Is this the dip? Is this the opportunity that you can get? Is it one of the last times that we will see the shares down at these levels ever again? Is it possible? Anything is possible. What will the company announce next? Ooh, a lot of announcements coming out, like how about the new CEO? That would be kind of a cool thing. Would they add a new director as well when they bring out new CEO announcements? That would be kind of neat if they start adding new additional directors. Could be a most interesting couple of days coming up. Lots of fun. Well, you know what? I'll be here to watch it. I'll be here to kind of cover it for you. We'll see what's going on. We're just here one day at a time, $1 billion at a time. What we can do. Anyway, there you have it. Good news, like I said, this week. Those of you who don't know, the company GameStop has called all of their debt, $216 million of their 10% senior notes. They've called them back for April 30. They're paying it out in full. They will not pay 10% interest anymore on the $216 million of money that's out there against the stock. So that's a good sign. It's telling me that this company will be $21 million more profitable going forward, because they're not going to pay out $21 million in interest charges anymore for this $216 million loan at 10%. Right there, the company has just made you as a shareholder richer, because that $21 million that we used to go out the door to bankers doesn't go out the door to bankers anymore. It goes to the bottom line for shareholder profit. That's where that money goes. That's a good thing. For some reason, the market, though, is not talking about that very much. You don't see articles on like the coming up from brokerage houses saying, hey, GameStop just paid off all their debt, just called in all their debt. We're raising our projections for the stock from $10 a share to $30 a share, or it's not a sell anymore, it's a hold, or it's not a hold, it's a buy. No analysts on New York are doing that. Why is that? Why would analysts still say this stock is worth $10 a share when they just had $219 million in cash to pay off all their debt? Why would a stock be valued at $10 a share when they can do that like that? Isn't that odd? I kind of wonder about that. I kind of go, wouldn't it be kind of cool, though, if between now and the annual meeting, they made a couple of strategic announcements, like the new CEO, new stock offerings, stock options for employees at these prices and higher, and how about like a stock split? How about a stock split? Or how about a rights offering? Every shareholder gets 10 rights, and each right lets you buy a stock in the company good for 30 days at $300 a share. How about that? Or how about a special dividend? How about we announce a special dividend? Who knows? There could be all kinds of mayhem here. Fun and merriment. I wouldn't be betting against Ryan Cohen, and I wouldn't be betting against this 35-year-old guy and his team of directors. This company just got a lot younger in age, a lot younger, and I would not be betting against these young kids, because they got all the time in the world to make good things happen. And they're not taking a bunch of salary from the treasury. They're not robbing the company blind with perks, private jet rides, limo everywhere. They're not doing that. They're constantly making moves to make the company more profitable and to build cash reserves, lower expenses, improve margins. They're making all these moves that just make you richer as shareholders, which makes them richer because they're shareholders. 158.96 though is where the stock is right now. I have to be honest, it's 158.96, and it's possible that again the stock is running into a wall of selling from hedge funds who want to kill the momentum of your stock. They want you to look terrible. They want it to look just the worst it could possibly would be. We're at 159.27 on 1.5 million shares. Somehow they round up enough stock, or somehow they round up enough brokerage firms to allow them to short enough stock to keep hammering this market. They just keep doing it. Of course, you on the long side, you keep buying this stuff. Every time they sell it, you just keep buying it up, and you buy 10 shares each, all 20 million of you. These guys don't have enough money to give you 200 million more shares. I just can't see that happening. I mean, if this stock were to run to 800 a share and they were averaging $800 a share, it went to 2,500. They averaged $800 a share, selling you 200 million shares at $800 a share average. That's from here, 160 to 2,500. How many dollars is that? 200 million shares at $800 a share. They don't have that much money to short that much stock. They can't. They have to put up $1 for every dollar they get when they short it. So, and then as it goes up, they have to put up $1 for every dollar the stock goes up in value. So, I mean, they don't have enough money to, I don't think they have $500 billion because that's what I think they need at 2,500 a share, 200 million shares. I think it's a $500 billion. I don't think they have a $500 billion. I know hedge funds do have $4 trillion that they manage, but these guys, the particular hedge funds right here that are messing with GameStop, they don't have a $500 billion combined. They do not. I don't think so. I think they would be wiped out long before the stock would ever get up there. So they're asking for it. Royalty just did my part apes, picked off 5 more shares. There you go. Black X Pink 3, a new member. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you here. Those of you who are fans of the stock market, looking for explanation in plain English as to what's going on. Thank you guys for being here. Is this the third squeeze? Are we in the middle? Are we begun just now? The third squeeze. That's what this question. That's what this video is. This is what this show is all about. I'm wondering. If we're about to start the third short squeeze. Is it going to start and launch from here? I've been looking at level 2. Something's not right. Looks very suspicious. That's called manipulation of the market. That's what that is. My name is Wendy. Welcome, Wendy. Glad to have you. Another gal has joined us. Welcome, Wendy. Another female member. Jane is welcoming you. This is beautiful. All the gals are welcoming the gals. Fantastic. I thought 132 was the lowest dip, and maybe it was. Maybe at 159, this is it. They can't get it down there. They've been trying to get it back again. They can't do it. Everyone is welcoming Wendy to the show, to the channel. Welcome, guys. You better buy now. It's on its way to the moon. 159.40 is where we're at right now. Yeah, I kind of wonder if this is the beginning of the third squeeze. The first one took us to 500 a share, back to 50. Second one, 346 back to 132 kind of. And now here we are at 159.06. We've had really interesting volume yesterday, really interesting patterns, and really interesting opening patterns today. I mean, the first 32 minutes, it has been a poop show by a hedger or 2 or 3. Some of these guys are trying to mess with this market as hard as they can to convince you that you're in the wrong stock. You should get out. I don't think it's working. We're down 703 on the day. I'll grant you that. Once down 703, but only 1.6 million traded. There is not a wave of selling coming into this market. The only selling coming in is from either hedge fund shorters trying to short more to drive the market down. They're trying to just artificially make it look really ill. And maybe they're trying to hold a 160 resistance level or a 165 resistance level, because that's where we're at right now. 159.91 at this moment in time is what is going on. This third squeeze could be happening right now. It could be on, and the battle rages right now. I don't know. We're going to see, guys. I got nothing better to do. I'll follow it with you, see what's happening. 3,700 of you are here with me today. Thank you for joining me for this show. Thank you already for 1,200 thumbs ups. From 3,700 people to have 1,200 thumbs ups, that is pretty good. That's 33% of you already throwing me a thumbs ups. And I know we've had people come and go on this show already. So we've already had over 5,000, 6,000 come and go here. Thank you for these thumbs ups. These are really impressive votes of support. Those of you becoming members of the channel, that is the ultimate level of support that you can give this YouTuber. I thank you so much. So many of you who have become members of this channel lately. It's absolutely fantastic. It looks like we've added 8 already in this show. 8 new members. I've only been on the air 33 minutes. Fabulous. Thank you so much. And we have got gals. We have the ladies coming in. More and more ladies are becoming members of this channel because we are friendly to all, and we welcome you all to this channel. Guys, it's most interesting. 159.99 is the price of the stock right now. Is there resistance at 160? Can it go through 160 like butter, like a hot knife through butter? Are we go? Yeah, just went to 160.98. Just jumped almost $1 in one shot. Yeah, that 160 resistance level, it ain't there. It just isn't there. 160.77, 160.79, volume 1.7 million. There was nothing for sale at 160 to stop this market. Now the question is, have the sellers thrown their best at this stock yet again? Have they come in here with 1 million odd shares and tried to stop you, and it's now going the other direction on them? Are we now going to see a shot to 180 to 200 today? It is entirely possible. I don't know. It depends on how many of you folks want to do what She is saying right here. What is it you want to do with the rest of your life? What is it you want to do with the rest of your life? You want to be a patsy and let these hedge funds slap you around? You gonna let that happen? Or are the 20 million of you who are following this thing, if not 40 million of you, but there's at least 20 million of you really watching this stock, going to pick up 10 shares each and show these hedge funds who's boss? Do you want to rock? Do you want to rock? Or do you want to just sit around and be taken advantage of? What do you want to do? I think people are saying, Bruce, I would like to rock. Yes, it seems that is the perception I'm getting. That is the imagery I'm getting. I think we want to rock. We do want to rock. We're not interested in this stock sitting at 159 a share, 157, 132. We're kind of more interested in it going to like 2,500 a share or higher. What can I say? I want to spend time with my kids 8 hours a day till they turn 18. Let's get this stock going. Rock. I'm D. Snyder. Let's go. Bruce Schneider. Rock. Gals, it's payback time. I just bought 11 shares of GME. 160.58 is where we're at right now. Volume on the morning now of 1.74 million. That's all it is. Whatever selling came in, it's not enough to stop this market. I don't think so. I think this thing's going to go higher. Dow is up 230 points. The Dow is getting very much richer. The S&P is up 26. NASDAQ up 118. The markets are going higher. There's a lot of money being created, a lot of wealth being created in the markets. GameStop is lagging at the moment, but I don't think for much longer. Something tells me we're about to see a shot here. I have a feeling these folks here who want to rock, I think these shares are going higher. I just do not think we're going to be keeping the stock down. I don't think so. It's artificially being held up right now. It's being messed with. Anything under 250 is a snap buy. Rock on. Got another 30. I'm now out of spare money. Is 2,500 a share as far as this can go? No, it can go much higher than that. But I'm just kind of thinking, to be realistic, I think I'd stop at $2,500 and just kind of go, well, you can go to 2,500. I'm glad I bought 2 days ago. I had to convince my boyfriend to do it after an 80% loss. I'm glad I bought it 2 days ago too, because it's going higher. I think it's going to go higher. Let's see here. Are there any telling signs about abnormally low volume, especially after a day like yesterday? Erico, it's not uncommon where a stock the next day after a big day will have a little consolidation. We call it backfilling. It fills in a little bit. But it's also not uncommon where shorters get more desperate because they see a $20 plus gain in one day. They try to hit it and hope that they can make it all go away. But it's also not uncommon where they run out of bullets and they get whacked the other direction. And then the stock goes up $40. It can really go the other direction. This stock is still very much oversold in the last 2 weeks because these shares were over 200 a share not too long ago. We're at 158.95. This stock is only a few million shares of buying away from the $200 level. 1.8 million volume today. There is not a lot of stock coming in here, and I think there are people trying to pick this stuff off. There's people picking it off, waiting for it to come down, and they're jumping on it. They're jumping on it. 160 again. We just jumped $2 in 2 minutes. Yeah, we're going higher. Butter, it's going higher. Just bought 2 more. Bruce, I don't know you, but I don't know about you, but I'm ready to rock, and I'm ready to eat bagels. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and appreciate it. Tony, new logo for merchandise, man. Show us the new logos for merchandise. I'm not even sure. Are they even ready? Let me double check to see if we have new logos for merchandise. I promised you yesterday that we would have new logos for new merchandise. Let me just see if we can find any here. I've been waiting for them to kind of load up, and we'll see if any new logos have shown up here. Where am I? Here we go. There's Redbubble. I've got to go to my Redbubble store. All of you can do it yourselves if you want, but I'm taking a look at the Redbubble store, and we'll just see if I can find some new merchandise logos, because we were working on, I had Jen working on logos yesterday, just like crazy. She was working on logos, and we're going to just see if I'll go into the coffee cup section here and just see under the coffee mugs, are we showing any new logos? Kind of looking for this on the fly, live with you folks. I'm doing all I can. I don't know if it's yet available. Waiting. Looking and looking. Clothing. Let's see what's going on with clothing. Yeah, I don't know. Click the image above. Someone's saying, "Oh, Tony's talking to me here." Tony, you're an awesome guy. Appreciate that. Free Tony. There we go. We should have a new logo like this. How about a new logo like this right here? Should we produce logos like that for you? Free Tony on Stock Markets with Bruce, with Uncle Bruce. Oh my God, poor Tony, unbelievable. Thank you everybody for being here. So much fun. 158.83 on the stock. Let's see what's going on. No more pillows, haha. No more my pillows. Oh my gosh, Tesla's on sale. People are saying image and ink embargo. Bruce, do you have pets? Please post pics on Discord. Hey family, how you guys doing? I'm buying 10 more shares. I guess that's the price for the ticket to the moon. 10 more shares, picking them up. 157.65. We're watching the stock be trading here today. Free Tony, I'm loving this. That's awesome. Free Tony, and Tony's free. Rock on. We're got to rock on here. What is happening with the channel? Right now, GameStop, 157.24. We're approaching the low of the day, down 9.29. How much lower can it go? We don't know. I'm showing it now at 156.80. We got a seller coming in here. We got a seller trying to crash this market on you guys. Will the seller be successful? If so, for how long? We're down to 156.80, 157.24. Volume 1.9, about 2 million shares now, I think. 1.9 million, 156.75. Low of the day, 156.41. We're right at that level right now, trying to mess with your stock. They're trying to crash your market. That is what is going on here, and I wonder all about it. I don't know, kids. We're going to see just how this plays itself out. Can the market go higher? 156.87, 157.74. We're watching wave after wave of selling come in to try to mess with the market of GameStop. That's what we see going on here. We're watching for what kind of activity level we're going to have here. 157.54 last trade, down 8.99 on volume now of 1.96 million shares. That's what I'm showing right now. That's what I got. That's what we got. Okay. All righty. Anyway, where was I? Back over to here. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. Appreciate your following this channel. And Bruce Bagel and the Tony, Breakfast with the Tiger. Let's go. Tony, welcome to the show. Stock markets with Bruce. To be a fly on the wall. Hedgie's board meeting right now. Let's go. Stock markets with Bruce. EBET just went live. IPO 6 and open at 21. Wonder why SPACs are a better deal. Systematic selling. Do you think the short hedge funds are digging a deeper hole for themselves when they continue to attack the stock, or are they making money or net neutral? I'm not sure if they're making any more money because they're selling more stock to drive the market down, which gives them a bigger position of shortness, more shorted stock. But then the shares jump up $20 a share on them, and they're down even more money. I would not want to be a shorter here. 156.27 is now the price, new low of the day right now. 156.01, 1.99 million traded. That's where I'm at right now. You wonder if they're playing the option market at the same time, trying to buy put contracts, lower the stock, cash in the put contracts, and then ride the market higher, hit the market again with put contracts repurchased, and just manipulate this market and try to manipulate the options market with no one at the SEC checking it out. I wonder if that's truly what's going on. I can't tell you. What can I say? Let's see. Mike Sullivan, a crayon omelet, please. Oh my goodness. The stock is what we're saying. The stock now $155.32, down $11 a share. These are the low levels of the day. $155.50, volume 2 million now. We just broke 2 million shares. $155.68, $155.50. We're jumping around at this new low level. Those of you who are picking off this stock, you're picking off some deals, I think. Let's see what happens. We too low. Let's go, apes. Let's go. Kevin O'Leary says, you'd be crazy to short this stuff down here. You guys are on a stick of dynamite that could go off at any time. Tony, you got it. Where are we at? They just don't get it. Derek, good morning. And this is the way right here. 158.48, 155.48, excuse me, 155.48. Low trade of the day, 155.10. Volume, 2,060,000 shares. 155.02 right now, 154.36. They are still hammering this market, trying to crack the market down to scare you out. They're trying to shake you out of the stock. Are you buying it? Are you falling for it? I wouldn't be doing it. Let's see here. Get Tony back in his cell. Almost feeding time for the apes. If we didn't sell at 50 or we didn't sell at 120, why the heck would we think we'd be selling at 155? I mean, talk to me about this. 154.36. This is the low of the day right now. 2.1 million shares traded, 2.13 million shares traded. They must be playing some other game. Serge, hi, Bruce. Can you please explain how selling puts work? How sell puts work? I'll get into that. Just bear with me here. Bought more at 155, almost out of cash now, but I'm in there at 155. We're buying it. Ding, bing, dang. Ow, we're picking this up. Go, pack, go. 154.78. Dropped as low as 154.02. 154.78 right now. Volume 2.1 million. That's not enough stock to crap this market. You are not bringing in enough paper on the sell side to drop this stock. It's just not enough. This thing will bounce back dramatically the other direction unless you've got more stock to sell. You cannot stop this stock with only 2 million shares. I mean, this is not going to happen. Let's go here. Are they trying to keep it under 150 for calls on Friday, end of the day? Or do they know by now we aren't selling? We just need their options to bank so they can dig themselves out of a small amount. I don't know about that. This is all to do with the 425,000 puts at 150 currently out of the money. The shorters need this. Some big money people are fighting them above 150 by tomorrow. Let's see. They really think we're going to sell this now. You know what, Tony? Seems like same playbook from the hedgies every day at this time. Every day, same game, trying to crash this market every day, same way, every time. I picked up 10 shares at 154.11. Right on. It's 156.08 right now. You're already up $2. How about that? I was wondering if they were shorting the ETF. I looked it up and found it says 72 ETF have GameStop. Tony and Packer fans, holy crap, it's a small world. Let's see, what's the 10% value for the day? Would have to drop 1660 down to about 149 or something like that. It has not happened yet. 155.90 right now, down $10 a share, 1060 right now. 155.90 on 2.2 million volume. Not enough volume. I picked up two more at 155. Let's see. What else is going on? They need to change their playbook. Let's see here. Yeah, we got to hit 149.88 to get the restricted short sale list made. We haven't hit that at all. 155.02, 154.91, right in this neighborhood. We're still $5 away from that if we're going to get to the SSR point. Let's go. What is happening here? Don't know if we'll reach that today. I don't know if we're going to reach 149 today. A lot of buying power coming in here right now. 155.41. Volume is now at 2.24 million. So they got to eat through paper. I don't know if they have enough stock to drop it. I don't know if they have enough power to drop this market down low enough to get that. Here we go. Looking at level 2 order book. It's obvious. This is an algo manipulation. It's algorithmic manipulation is what's going on here. Everyone should get a little of this stock. Every shareholder pick up 10 shares. If there's 20 million of you who follow the stock, buy 10 shares each. 200 million shares buying power. It's only traded 2 million this morning. This is nothing. What can I say? Tony, I'm so glad you're out of jail. This is good stuff. Where are we at right now? Where are we at? Let's watching all this stock trading. 155.20. It is coming back on again. The low was 154.02. Okay. Let's see. 82 more at 154.99. Bought some more stock. 154.99. Way to go. Way to pick this stuff up, you guys. You guys are doing it right. Picking this cheap stock up. If they're handing it to you in a silver platter, you grab it. Absolutely. 155.83. Going up again now, $1.80 higher than the low of only a few moments ago. What will they do? Can they jump up $10 from here? Yes, they can. Will they? I don't know. We're here. We're watching. Tony's alive. We got Tony back. This is good news. How did he get out of jail? How did that happen? Did he break out? He's really Iron Man. Let's go. Grab more at 155, says someone here. Cloaked, I bought one more at 155. Tony, welcome back. Oh my gosh, I missed Tony being freed. We're proud of you, buddy. Did they get any GameStop info out of you, or did you withstand the torture and remain silent like a boss ape? We can't stop. We won't stop. GameStop, we're not stopping. Where are we at now? We're at 155.92, about to break through 156 again. Will it go over there and keep on going? That is the question. 2.2 million last I saw for volume, 2.28 million on GameStop. The Dow is up 244 points. Big, solid, juicy run on the day today. S&P up 30 points. NASDAQ up 134. The markets are going the right direction. It's all positive based. And yet short sellers are attacking GameStop on a big up move day. This is completely the wrong direction. What can I say? Yippee, Tony is here. If there is no Tony, the Tony is a lie. GameStop, stop. Let's see. If 20 million people did buy 10 shares each, there isn't 200 million shares available for those folks. How would we buy more than even exist? I know this is a problem we're in now, but how can we just keep buying the stock? Who's selling it to us? There's only one group that can sell it to you. The group that just keeps selling it to you now. These hedge funds that are shorting this stuff. They constantly keep shorting the stock, and they are daring you to take them out. They're daring you. They're convinced you don't have enough moxie. You don't have enough dough. You haven't got enough momentum to take out these guys. I'm saying you do. I'm thinking, yes, you do. I got another half a share. It's all I can afford until further notice, but I bought more. At least he's not Marcara. Funny how Tony gets out of jail the same day Bernie Madoff dies. Isn't that funny? Was Tony driving the ice cream truck, by the way? Rock on. We are going to rock on. What's going on here? The stock right now, 154.19, coming in for another wave of selling. 154.12, another wave of selling is coming in right now on this stock. I think it's hedge funds trying to drop this market. They're trying to drop this market. Let's see what's going to happen here. Tony's burning made up. Falling God. I hear the Tendy man. I love you, Bruce. I hear the Tendy man. Ken Griffin, the new Bernie Madoff. We're at 154.93. The stock touched 153.85 for like a trade. We're now at 154.54. Volume of 2.37 million. Can they keep bringing it in to drop it? Will they keep dropping it? Will the buyers keep picking it off? Will this stock jump $15 in 5 minutes the minute they stop selling it? What is going to happen? We are so close to watching this craziness happen. We're watching it. What is going to happen? Let them drop. I've had it 50 more this week already, and I'm just lying in wait for another drop. I'll take them all. Give them to me. Uncle Bruce just bought one share, which has your name on it. You let me know when you want me to sell it for you. Marcus, you got this. We're here together. I'm short on ketchup, says Rabbit. 154.07, 153.85 is the low of the day. 154.10. We are watching this market right now trade 2.4 million shares. Low trade 153.85, trading at 154.10 right now. 153.50 just saw a new low on the day. 153.50, 153.62 is where we're at right now. The low trade 153.11. We are in the low level territory. There's short sellers attacking this market right now. If they can get it down to 149 something, we'll be in the 10% rule for an SSR drop, but it's 153.60 or so, the low of 153.11. Volume now has been 2.43 million shares. That's what we got. Watching GameStop very closely. Is this the low range? They seem to try to attack it every couple of minutes. They try to hit it and hit it and hit it again. GameStop, level up. I'm long on ketchup. Life is easier when you're not Tony. Ken is sharing his shorts. Thank you, everybody, for joining this channel, hanging out with Uncle Bruce. I like 149.99, says Mike. 153, new low trade. 153 even on how many shares? 2.45 million shares. 153.21. It's going to bounce when it hits the SSR. These guys are so uncreative. Pump it up. Let's see what's going to happen. Bruce, if you're going to cut loose a SPAC for GameStop, which would you knock off first? No comment. I will not tell you what to trade. You got to do your own things. Now, see here, you idiots. If you hadn't slipped on a banana peel. Not Tony, dangerously. 152.97, 152.90 right now. 152.80 was the low. JC, it's important to know that Jerry Seinfeld was in an episode of Benson in the 80s. I hope that helps. That's what I just want you to know. 152.90, someone said, yep, 152.80. We got to 152.80, 153.19, 153. We need 148 something, 149, 148 to get the 10% rule. We'll see what's happening. Afternoon, all just another attack in paradise. Has anyone seen my crayons? 152.89. Even Spencer laughed. Bruce, yesterday you challenged the technical hedge fund to attack. The stock went up. Get mean, get sarcastic. Tell them again, we are ready to buy. Attack away. Well, 153.34 is where it's at. Got down to 152.80. Is that all you got? I mean, you've only traded 2.4 million shares, you guys. Where's your power? I thought you guys could come in here with 10 million shares and just crush this market in no time. You're not even doing it. You're just nickel and diming this stuff at 153.93 now. The stock is not it's not getting whacked like it normally gets whacked. It's like you're running out of bullets. You're running out of ammo. Did you not eat your Cheerios this morning? What's going on here? 149.99 for the SSR. 149.88 for the SSR is what we need. We haven't got there. 152.80 was the low. 154.02 right now. It's just jumped $2. Why can't these guys nail this stock? What's with these guys? I thought these guys were unlimited money and that they could drop this thing. I got orders to buy at 148.48, attack it down to 99.99, and I'll throw in all kinds of money. 154.23 right now. Why do the hedge funds double down on stupid? Because prison or a tent under a bridge is their next stop, maybe? Okay. Did I hear Jen? Jen is up. Jen is here. They can hear Jen moving about the house. They can hear her run the water when she forgets to fill the kettle the night before. 154.70 on the stock. We're up almost $2 from the low a minute and a half ago, 2 minutes ago. Is this stock going to just jump up 10, 15 bucks when they run out of bullets? What's going to happen? We are sitting now at 154.98. The volume is 2.59 million. That is not enough selling to crush this market. You're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Nah, Good. James McCarthy, new member. James, welcome to the gang. Nice to have you here. Welcome, James. We want to meet Jen. Jen is here. She's alive. She's well. She's looking out the window right now. See what's going on. James, welcome to the show. 154.27 is the stock. How you doing, Jen?
Well, I'm thinking today is hammock day.
Hammock.
First day.
It's going to be Jen's first hammock day.
Take the hammock back. Put it back up.
Hammock on our patio, on our porch. On the deck. We're going to put the hammock out today.
That's right.
It's hammock day because I know that the high temperature.
Bring on the audiobooks.
Bring on the audiobooks. The high temperature today in Creston seems to be 66 and sunny. If there's no wind, it's nice and warm.
In the sun, nice and warm.
Tomorrow, 68. Saturday, 72 on Saturday. Boy, oh boy. Sunday, 64, but showers.
The birds are going crazy.
The birds are exploding out there, going nutso cuckoo. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry for a bagel. I'll tell you that right now.
What kind of
a bagel?
What's
I'm thinking egg, and I'm thinking some meat on there.
Oh.
Maybe a little assortment of some cold cuts with the egg on top.
Okay.
Some ketchup for dipping.
Cheese.
And we got the full blown
artery clotting.
We got the full blown colon blow on top of our vaccine injection.
You told them that we got jabbed?
We got jabbed last night. Didn't even feel it. My arm is sore this morning.
Yes.
My arm is sore.
But I still can't. Can you see? I can't see where they did it.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't see a spot.
Nope. You can't see a spot at all.
Not a Band-Aid, not a lollipop.
Not a lollipop.
Just a jab.
Just a jab and get out. 15 minutes, hang around, get out.
That's right.
It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It was super.
It was very, very well orchestrated.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
I'll get on your bagel.
Thank you. Super toasted, crispy. Yeah.
Get that stock to bounce off 150 and head to 170.
Right. When 154.80, 154.83, I got to have a bagel now and get the stock going. We're going to mess with the hedge funds. Bruce is going to have his bagel. And that's going to mess with the hedge funds. How about that? Zybe, warm, laughing out loud. 66 is freezing. Are you kidding? That's short weather. We put the shorts on, put the golf shirt on, we go golfing. But I'm from Southern California. I wear jackets in 73-degree weather. Brook Lake Farms, thank you so much for the super sticker. We're getting ready to rock and roll here. We're going to rock 155.11 on the stock. It's already moving up in anticipation of the bagel coming out of the kitchen. 152.80 was the low, and we're now at 155.04. The stock's going higher already. Look out. Look out. Isn't this the stuff the hedgies are pulling? Super illegal, confused. You got to wonder, no one seems to be investigating all of what they're doing. I don't know. Welcome, Brook Lake. 66 is balmy. 66 is too hot. We want to rock. Bruce said the bagel babe. LOL. That was a sticker. I wear long sleeves till 66 Fahrenheit flat and laughing out loud. How do I get my wife to cook me breakfast every day like you do? What you do is you create a YouTube channel in 2017 like I did. You work your butt off, showing your wife how committed you are to the YouTube community. You work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3.5 years. In the third year, you create a second channel. It's a stock market channel. You then put a bunch of hours into that channel as you keep pounding away. And then you tell the world to buy GameStop when it's overshorted at $4.50 a share. You tell the world, start buying GameStop. And sure enough, the stock goes up when the short squeeze happens, and then your channel takes off. And then you ask for people to become members of the channel to please show you that you're committed to the story, you're committed to the cause. You welcome women in with open arms into a safe place to come and join us. And you attract 1,700 subscribers, members of the channel, who are here for the long haul with you. You stay on top of the story and dare the hedge funds to keep shorting the stock. You dare them. You just tell them, you can't stop us. And they can't. And what happens is the members just keep coming in one after the other after the other. The stock just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And what happens is your better half notices how hard you're working, how much you're slaving for the viewers, how hard you're working for the viewers to get this stock going. And she says, I'm cutting you a break. While you're on 3 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, I'm going to cut you a break. I'm going to make you a bagel from time to time, because it seems that the theme of your channel has gone bagel crazy. So you get the gal.
Either that or I'd have to dig a hole in the backyard for you.
Did you hear that? She either makes me a bagel to keep me alive, or she digs a hole in the backyard and throws me in. And then she's got to come on here for 5 hours a day, plus all the other hours I put into this channel. And she doesn't want to work that hard. She doesn't want to do that. She would rather the hubby do all that. So who's the smart one here? I mean, really, think about that. Who's the smart one? One of us makes the bagel and then goes to the back and watches TV all day long and relaxes, while the other one of us eats the bagel and is slaving away like crazy. Well, the guy who's talking right now is getting himself into real trouble with the gal in the kitchen who's hearing everything he's saying to his 1,700 so-called friends, who are getting him into deep trouble here. I better just shut the hell up and talk about GameStop. It's $155 a share. I mean, that's what it's doing. Oh, man, what can I say? They're a team, they're saying. Making breakfast is easier than digging ditches. I got it, says DQ. I make my husband breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. He's over the handyman stuff. How about that? I have adjusted. Time is now referred to as what the price of the GameStop was. You love what you do. That's what they're saying. I applaud this. Digging himself a hole, laughing my butt off. Get him, Jen. Get him. Don't do that. Speaking of digging holes, I make my lady coffee every morning. Stop talking, Bruce. Just stop talking. Definitely digging a hole. You are definitely. You're gonna get an arsenic bagel with a side of antifreeze. Better quit while you're ahead, buddy. I have a hunch that some manipulation of the market is permitted, but some people getting greedy, and that's where the problems start. 155.17 on GameStop stock right now is where it's trading at. It has bounced up from the low of 152.80 to this point. Jen holds what does Jen holds out of the shares for Bruce? Now I understand. Shades treading on thin ice there, Uncle Bruce. I think on the next next mini squeeze to 300ish, people are going to keep buying even there, which of course keeps driving it up. And people who YOLO'd it the last time at 300 will be getting out. Interesting. Poor Bruce. He's got himself in a catch-22. This guy. Yes, Bruce. You better shut the hell up, Bruce. You better shut it, or you'll be getting rhubarb. No more teasing, Bruce. Jen's a hitter. That's right. She's a hitter. Why do you think this arm hurts? You think it's because of the needle, or she was punching it all night long while I was sleeping? What do you think happened to me last night? Selena, come on, hedge funds. You can do better than this. I want 140 so I can pick up 5 more shares. 154.75. Laugh out loud. If I had a hobby, I'd just make him breakfast because I love to cook for people. I love it. D. Gray, if there is a cream cheese on the upper lip, he didn't do it. Oh, my. Someone is going to be sleeping in the doghouse, laughing out loud. Penny Perez has joined this channel with all the talk that's going on here. Penny, thank you for joining us as a new member to this channel. I think we got 9 or 10 new members already this morning coming in here. Thank you for joining us. Keep your eyes open for your new logos beside your names. Those of you who became members a month ago, that anniversary, the first month anniversary is about to happen here, and you're going to start seeing your logo color changes from orange to green. So get ready, kids. It's happening. I like Scott's idea. I've got 1 share for you too, Uncle Bruce. I'd be trying to decide how much to send you your way. When I sell, it's all for you. It's all good. Oh, no. You guys got to do your own thing. I don't own any stock. I'm just here as a commentator. Although I do accept donations, of course. PayPal preferred. Anyway, Simon, Bruce, any idea what's going on with the SPACs? They all seem to be flatlined and fixed prices since afternoon yesterday. Today is the same chart showing no movement regardless of volume. I wish I could tell you exactly what's going on. I'm noticing, though, GameStop at 154.20 right now. We're coming down to a new low. Well, we're still $2 away. Pardon me. 152.80 was the low. 154.20. I don't know about the SPACs, exactly what's happening, but they are flatlining. There's no doubt about it. But I do notice that Virgin Acquisition is trading between 9.99 and 10.02. Not that that's much to get excited about, but it isn't flatlining. Watching the trades, waiting for the conclusion and the mergers to happen and to be done. We're just waiting for that to happen. Bruce, you better zip it or you're going to get rhubarb. Welcome, Penny. Welcome, Penny. Still no bagels. I had to make toast, says Not Tony Dangerously. Penny Perez, welcome, fella sister. We love Jen and the Bruce. Welcome, Penny. I think 2K thumbs ups, bagel time, and the hedgy bullets running out is exactly the kind of catalyst we need right now. How are we doing with thumbs ups? 1,600 thumbs ups have come in this morning already. We're only 400 away from 2,000 thumbs ups. We have 89 on the downside, 1,600 and climbing on the upside. Thank you so much for hitting that thumbs up button for me, guys. Smash it right there if you can. Nail that thing and help us get over 2,000 thumbs ups this morning. There we are, 1,700 now. Already 1,700. They are coming in. Thank you, guys, so much. 153.53 on GameStop right now. 153.53 is where we're at. Watching it very closely. Let's keep going here. What is going on? 1,600 thumbs ups and counting. We just broke 1,700. Oh, and I just bought GameStop, says D. Gray. Oh, yeah, I just bought some more. Let's see what's happening. What is going on? Let's see here. Try harder, we lad. Thank you, everybody, for all of your comments. Thank you, Penny, for becoming a member. Thank you. AJ Gonzalez snuck in here. AJ, there you are. You snuck in as a member. Thank you, AJ, for becoming a member using a cat emoji. You got to love that. Thank you for becoming a member of this one. Green logos tomorrow. Folks, you're going to start noticing your logos are going to change on you to green because it's the second month of being a member of this channel. It is awesome. Bill, Bruce, will the market be stopped on and off all day long as GameStop, AMC shoot up all over the market drops? Could this last for days? I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to just watch what happens. Got a napkin.
Ketchup.
Ketchup right here. Okay. Dip and sauce, we like to say.
A little toasty on top.
Nice and toasted on the top. We got the egg. We got the sausage. We got the cheese. We got the bagel. Oh, yeah.
There's your heart attack right there.
The heart attack is right here, Jen. Thank you for killing me.
I'll just go out and start digging.
She's starting to dig right now.
Oh, no, wait. I have to go watch TV and eat bonbons.
She got to go watch TV and eat bonbons the rest of the day. I'm a dead man. I'm so dead. I'm only on for 50 more minutes. I have 50 more minutes to live. Then I have to shut down this show, and then I'm going to get that crap kicked out of me. I'm in trouble. He was such a nice guy. He was a pretty guy. He was a personable fellow.
He seemed intelligent.
He seemed intelligent until he started talking, and then everything died on him. The lights went out in Georgia. Oh, my God. Laughing my butt off. Jen, heart attack, bagel, love her. She's Jen, not Peg Bundy. She's Jen. Just a thought. Are the big boys trying to kill a certain MM? He has to create some shares illegally, put in liquidity in the market just in case. Explain no volume. No idea what that means. There are 3 life rules you never break. 1, you don't pee into the wind. Number 2, you never tug on Superman's cape. Number 3, you don't talk crap to the one who prepares your food. Oh, man, I wish I learned that in a song. The guy didn't sing that. He said you don't spin in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape. And you don't, you don't do with Jim? You don't talk. You don't mess around with Jim. But he didn't say you don't mess around with Jen. He said you don't mess around with Jim. He meant Jen the whole time. He meant Jen. Oh, this is secretly a food channel. Jen, use a good shovel, says John Anderson. Thanks, John. Appreciate that, John. Nice. Thanks a lot, John. 23 seconds in the microwave. That's why he's keeping her secret. There you go. Zyme, 4th rule, don't short GameStop. That's right. Don't mess with Jim. Don't mess with Jen. And don't short GameStop. You're only going to get hurt. Oh, my gosh. I feel like Al Bundy, the shoe salesman. Oh, man. We got the bagel. We got the ketchup on the bagel. We're ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you for watching us, hanging out with Bruce and Jen today on the Bruce and Jen show. Oh, man, don't pull the mask off that old Lone Ranger. Don't be doing that. Call before you dig, Jen. Call before you dig. Oh, man. Oh, man. She's laughing. She liked that one. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, so good. GameStop, 154.14. Where are we going on GameStop? 154.14. How high are we going with as Bruce eats his bagel? What is going to happen with the GameStop? So much fun. GameStop. What's it going to do? 154.02, 154.26. Here we go. Oh, wow. We've been binge watching Married with Children lately. This is so funny. Why not spread a layer of ketchup on the bagel rather than put it on the side? Well, it makes it slippery. It makes everything in here slippery. And I'm holding it with one hand. I got my hand on the mouse over here, trying to keep on top of the comments. It's not easy. It's not easy working all this. So it's kind of hard. What can I say? Chart bagel spike ketchup. Not saying another word. Says D. Gray. I'm not saying anything. Danish bacon, yummy, yummy. Here comes the bagel spike. Jen thinks Bruce is bagelicious. I don't want to ruin this moment. 155.10. We're going higher on GameStop. Is that true? Are we going higher on GameStop right now as Bruce eats his bagel? Nothing worse than a slippery bagel sandwich. Nothing. 155.36. Does she give you cream cheese on that bagel? No, just butter. Butter. That's all I want. Butter. Single slice of real cheddar cheese. Egg. We got some meat on here today. It's very nice. It's not easy being cheesy. Bagels. Bowls with Bruce portion of the show. Time to switch to English muffins there, Bruce. Oh, my. Good question right here. Good question. Hey, Bruce. What's the hedge fund's angle now as they continue to short this stuff? They surely know that people aren't selling, so why continue to delay what seems like inevitable? I don't know. I get the impression that maybe they think that the first quarter financials won't be so good. Maybe they think that the CEO will be underwhelming instead of overwhelmingly positive. Maybe they think the company will just run out of stuff to talk about. Maybe they think you guys will just get tired of it and will just peter out. They think they can outlast. I don't know. Bruce eats bagels in plain English. There you go. There you have it. Thank you, Bryce Meerkat. Thank you, Bryce Meerkat, new member of the channel. Beautiful. We're at 156.85. We're going higher as Bruce eats his bagel. Oh, yeah. We're going higher. Let's go higher. 2.9 million. That's it. Ron wants to know, hey, Bruce, 3 hedgies walking past a pasture with cows. What do you notice? The answer, the intelligent look in the eyes of the cows. How about that? There you go. Oh, my. Oh, man. Do companies have to do stock splits? Is it just company preferences? How Apple stock splits when it reaches a high price? Do you think GameStop will? Yeah, companies decide for themselves whether they want their stock split or not. In the past, 30, 40 years ago, any stock that would reach 70, 80 bucks would do a split, get them back to the 20, 30 range. Those were the old days. Now, shares are just left to do whatever. Tesla split. Tesla pulled off the ultimate split. I call it the short squeeze split. Shares used to be at the $200 range. Then they ran up, go all the way up to $2,400, split 5 for 1. Started trading in that $400-500 range, went right up to $900 a share, $4,500 stock price, up from the 200 range. Caught short sellers bleeding, desperately bleeding billions of dollars. Wonderful. Go GameStop. Do the same thing. Welcome, everybody, to the channel. Beautiful. 155.90. Davey, Bruce, GameStop just got added to the Buzz ETF to infinity and beyond. Gotta love that. That's a pretty good looking ETF, I think. Eat that bagel, Bruce. Eat the bagel. Eat incoming bagel bounce 155.73. I think we're going higher. I think we are. $3 million volume on the day now. 3 million. Okay. If we all eat a bagel at exactly the same time, could that make the stock go way up higher? I mean, I don't know. 155.53. I can't say. That's a very interesting question. I gotta say that's one to ponder. But you know, I can't tell you. I don't know. Just setting up my phone here, just trying to keep it up. 155.78, pushing 156 again, I think. 3 million volume right now. Okay, let's keep going. Krista says, my wife makes me toast every morning. If GameStop makes us rich, maybe I can dream of bagels. How about that? Bryce, we like you already. Let's see here. Bruce, we know you got those TA skills. Would you consider a workshop? I'm not sure. We'll fight. We're free. Yay. Pizzas with Bruce doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? Oh, no, we ain't going to bagel without cheese. 153. Thanks, Hedgies. 153.35. We're down 156.17. Going higher. Going higher. Dustin. Thanks for joining the group here, buddy. Thank you, Dustin, for coming in here. New member. I know we're like 12 new members this morning. It's incredible. Just incredible. So pumped about this. We're getting ready to welcome our first anniversary rollover members, and now we got a bunch more today. This is awesome. Dustin, welcome to the show. Dustin Cornett, this is awesome stuff, man. Yeah. Existential. Bruce, what if you did a workshop sometime where people pay a small amount to gain access to it, and then you can go in depth on the subject? You know, there's all kinds of thoughts, ideas. We'll see. Stock Wars with Bruce, suspended for the third time. Possible GME paid off their debt to acquire esports tech giant. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. Spec on incoming CEO speculation. Well, it could be today going on. 156.03. It could be a lot of speculation. Dustin, welcome to the channel. It's nice to have you here. Isn't that paper hand port noise ETF? Let's see here. What's going on? Let's see. All kinds of folks thinking about the bagel factor. I got a bagel going right here. Got to eat a bagel. $156.65 going higher. Woohoo! We got a guy paying me to be a member to you know, put up negative comments. How about that? Yeah, love that. Thank you. Serenity now, insanity later. Remember the Seinfeld episode? 157 on GameStop. We're going higher. Woohoo! We have a paying troll. Yep. It might have been Tony. 157.07 right now. How about that? We're going higher. $4.80 isn't short. It's fun size. There you go. Butter. 157 like butter. Going higher. Still bigger than Jason Belfort. New member. Here we go. Tony's Mouse Crud. Right here. We got a new member. Tony's Mouse Crud. Thank you, buddy. Oh, fantastic. Welcome, Tony. 158 on the stock, they say. Well, let's just get going. Just go. Bruce is 4 foot tall. Bruce is 4 foot tall. Oh my God. Another one. Pay and troll. What an oxymoron. Tony's laughing. Tony's loving all these names. Oh man. Hello, Lance. Keep giving him attention. Dude spends $10 every time he shows up. You gotta love these guys. Tony, good morning, Alice. Learning Lance. Welcome one, welcome all. 155.85. We're a little lower, but we just touched 157, 158 or so, didn't we? We are running along here. This is the question. This is the question. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Bruce isn't 4 foot tall. He's 3 foot tall. He lives in Jen's dollhouse. We keep giving him an attitude. There may be shrinkage. Thanks, new fam. Tony's Mouse Crud. Lance, how are we doing this fine Thursday morning? I want to rock. Philip, new member. Just finishing my bagel. Welcome, Philip, to the channel today. I want to rock, baby. I want to rock. Welcome, Philip. Shrinkage is real. I thought he was 4 foot 20 inches. Bagel's done. We're up. Stock is higher. Fantastic. Oh, boy. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. Thank you, everybody. Everybody. Even the trolls. I mean, you know, kind of goofy on the trolls today. What can I say? We have paying trolls to be here. That's how popular this channel is. They actually will pay money to be trolls here. Shows you the quality of the viewers. Shows the quality of the people who are here. 156.20 on the stock. Unbelievable. Amazing. Thank you, all of you, for following me today. We've got GameStop trading up 3.2 million shares now. 3.2 million. That's all we got. What can I say? Philip, a new member here. Hey, Philip, how you doing, buddy? Philip Kramer. Kramer's in the house. Kramer, welcome. PK. Nice to have you here join us today. This is great. Great stuff. Bald is beautiful. Yep. Trolls. Google gets 30% of the troll money. This is true. It's true. We'll take it. Philip, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Kramer is the right one. Imagine paying £10 a month to be able to troll. What a life one must have. Welcome, PK. Uncle Bruce, is this true? A troll would have to pay you $10 each time to get in after you kick him out, or does he get refunded? I'm not sure how that works, actually. I just block these users, with these the block things to try to kind of put them in whatever. It kind of puts them in a timeout thing. And then they kick back in somehow. I don't know. I'm not sure how it all works. But we just take the money. I just go, thank you for the money. Thank you. What can I say? Appreciate the cash. It just helps make a difference, every little bit. Thank you. Meta Mauti, a new member. Thank you, Meta. Love that you're here too. This is beautiful. All kinds of new members coming in today. Here we have Zybe Productions, new member. Beautiful. Thank you for being here today. It's great. It's just fantastic. Members are piling in like crazy right now. Welcome one, welcome all. A bunch of you will begin to notice your emojis begin to change color. The logos beside your names. Starting tomorrow, day after that, you'll start noticing on your 1 month anniversary, you're going to turn into the green colored logos. I love it. You guys are fantastic. I so appreciate this. These orange logos change to green once you become a 2nd month member of the channel. So thank you guys. We have 1,800 thumbs ups for this show right now. 156.56 market on GameStop. Only have 96 thumbs down, so it's a pretty good ratio today. Looks like almost 20-1 on the upside. I appreciate that so much, guys. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button, getting us closer to 2,000 thumbs ups already this morning. It's just fabulous that this is coming together. Love it, and love it. Guys, thank you. Here we go. We got Poppy here, jumping around. Poppy's paying money to do this. Oh, what can I say? Stop, Jay. Bagel Bruce just said pound to the euros. Oh, the euros. Sorry. Such a Forex guru. I'm so tired that I miss it. I'll see one symbol and I'll assume it's the other. And euros versus pounds. But thank you for the euro donation. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you, all of you. This is great. Oh, wonderful. Where are we at now on the stock? We're now at GameStop 156.50, 156.52. And volume today on GameStop, let's get an update on that. 3.24 million shares. How about that? We're only down $10 a share, and I don't think it's going to sit down here much longer. I think that as these sellers run out of gas, the buyers will just keep coming in. The 20 million of you out there that follow this stock, you guys pick up 10 shares each. This is a $2,500 stock. You got a nice 1 month run in front of you if you knew what you're doing. Bruce is the best. He even unknowingly butchers the trolls' names. He's that good. The trolls love Bruce too, They just love him. They love him. Trollers be trolling. What can I say? It smells like someone's 4-year-old got on a keyboard. This guy isn't real. He's just a ventriloquist. Oh man, gosh. Oh my God. Formerly known as Not Tony. Goodbye. Jen isn't real. There's no way. Jen isn't real. Another troll. $60 says J Ray. 156.50 on the stock right now. What about that? At least it's a funny troll. That name was gold. Clean your mouse, Tony. Fantastic. 2,800 of you are still here watching this show. Thank you, all of you, for hanging around. It's time for the rad. I'm not a member yet, but long-time fan. FYI, your non-member fans can report the trolls too. That's true. The non-member fans can report the trolls too. That is right. Thank you, everybody. Keep that free money coming in, Hedgies, but it sounds like you guys are going to need every penny. Young Pil Kim, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. We love new members. This is fantastic. Welcome, guys. 155.76 on the stock right now. And thank you all for piling into this channel. We are growing this channel here with more and more members. This is beautiful today. A very, very, very wonderful thing. We're now approaching 1,750 members of this channel. Thank you guys so much. Really allows me to concentrate on this show. Thank you, Yang, for joining us. It just lets me concentrate on the job at hand. Every time a new member joins, it just takes the heat off finding, the advertising side and everything else. I can just zero in on just what we got to zero in on, getting richer. That's what it's all about. Thank you, all of you. Another humble hedgie. Thank you, humble hedgie, for being a humble hedgie. What can I say? We got another humble hedgie just being a humble hedgie. It's just the way it is. Can you count the trolls as members? Well, if they're paying to become part of the channel, they're members. Because they paid, right? Yeah, they actually are paying to be here, and then they try to pop up messages. But if you pop up 15 in a row, I just block you. I just put you on the block, and they can just play all they want. What can I say? We're just having so much fun. There you go, Bruce. That guy over there, that IT guy over there, Bruce. What do you think about the effect of Keith Gill exercising his 500 calls tomorrow, his $12 calls? Will that be, if any? Also, we need to get a bagel ETF. There you go. We'll see if that has an effect. Everyone's aware of it. We all know it's coming. I'm sure the writer of the contract knows it's coming, but I don't know if the writer is long or not. We'll see what's going on. Troll, if Lavo Troll pays, everyone welcomes. Troll changes name, everyone gets distracted, reporting and blocking. Rinse, repeat. GameStop 155 right there. That's where we're at. Whoa, Tony's free. Woo. What is the Troll's end game? I have no idea. Uncle Bruce, why are the Cayman Islands so attractive to hide financial malfeasance? It's very difficult to hide financial malfeasance in the Cayman Islands. It's become almost impossible to do that. The reporting rules now in the Cayman Islands are very strict and thorough. Even to try to open up an account, like if you want to open up a bank account in the Cayman Islands, you're going to need the assistance of a registered lawyer down there. You're going to need one of the lawyers down there to help you open up a bank account. And you better have the right structure to do it. And I can tell you that the lawyers down there, they're not interested in attracting malfeasance. They don't need it. They got enough legitimate work going on. What can I tell you? Trolls paying to get there, 2 cents. Vlad, is that you? No, now we are free. Bruce, holding any silver? Today's yard sale, very disorganized. Who's in charge here? Let's see what's going on. DFW of DFE only needs the share price to be like $7,000 a share tomorrow to become a billionaire. It's going to be fun to watch that. Scotch, laugh out loud, Colin. Got 5 more, 154. How about that? Are there any better places than the Caymans these days? Well, for what? The Caymans are a great place to live, but it's very expensive. Cayman Islands are very expensive to live. It's probably as expensive as Tokyo or London in many respects. Even though there's no taxes, it's expensive. Swimming with the stingrays, love Cayman. It's a great place to visit. You go down there for a 2-week vacation. You'll come home relaxed. You'll see an island that's kind of got its act together. Although they complain down there about anything else that we complain about. Believe me, they complain about their politicians. They complain about their services, just like anywhere else. Once you become a Caymanian down there, you'll notice that they're just like everybody else. What can I say? Free plums for sale. Here we go. GameStop, 154.35 right now. I just meant financial shenanigans. Yeah, love 7 Mile Beach. Cayman Islands, pretty tough to pull off financial shenanigans nowadays. The due diligence down there is really strict. Between banks and banks, between brokerage firms and brokerage firms, it's really evolved. It's a kind of country that they make so much money doing legitimate business. They don't need the shenanigans. It's just not necessary for shenanigans to pay the bills down there. The legitimate business more than makes them all the money they need. I love the Caribbean, says observe thyself. Yeah, I don't have time to be sophisticated on the Bruce Show. 154.75 on the stock right now. Volume on GameStop today would be, let's take a look here. 155.16 at 3.35 million. 155.18. So that's the volume on the stock. Not much on the sell volume from short sellers. The short selling shenanigans have kind of stopped dead now for about an hour. We touched a low of 152.80, and I think it's over. So to me, I'm just thinking it's going to come the other direction. Anyway, what can I say? A laugh out loud. I bought another GameStop on a different trading platform. Why transfer when I can make the use of my stimulus through other platforms? Laugh out loud. Thanks, government, for the trading money. Let's see here. I just got married on the beach in Nassau. Fantastic. Did you ever visit Hell when you were in Grand Cayman? Oh, yeah, we went to visit at Hell. We would always take visitors that came to see us. We'd take them there for a 10-minute stop on the way through. We'd show them all the sights. That would be one of them for like 10, 15 minutes. I think the hedge funds will be fine, but it's funny. They might sweat a little bit. Shenanigans. Lance, stock markets with Bruce. Thoughts on the CCIV SPAC? Nope, no thoughts. That's Churchill, isn't it? Going to become Lucid Motors? No thoughts. 155.24 on GameStop. That's where we're at. I'm not a buyer I'm not a fan of the stock. It's overhyped. Sorry. Okay, what's going on here? Bruce, my boy, with all the free time you have these days, all the free time, you should look into EBET. Just went public today, and they're an esports giant. Would make sense to work with GameStop. Bruce, with all the free time you have, let them send a postcard to people from Hell. That's right. There's a post office in the Cayman Islands where this geological formation is called Hell. And you can post a postcard from Hell, including postcards you can buy there of photos from Hell, and you can then postmark it from Hell. Yes, you can. How about that? There's a place called Hell. Yeah, on the Cayman Islands. I was down there, and a friend told me, yep, don't stop on them. And the log is a crocodrillo, not a log. Can't say it yet. There is a place in Newfoundland that rhymes with Bildo. That's true. That's true. There is a place that rhymes with that. That is true. Bruce, thoughts on Ride? I think it's oversold. Don't know. There's a funny town's name, Pennsylvania too. They're trying to pump the silver. You can stamp your passport in Hell. That's true. I suppose I'm depressed when it's only GameStop. Must say, saving your seat. Truth and Consequences, new whatever. Wolfgang, Deo, Blue Ball, whatever. Thank you. I'm not sure, but whatever. 155.21 on the stock. 155.21 on the stock. The shares of Coin are only up $4. 332. I think they're going to go lower today. I don't think the shares will have a gain today. I think they'll lower, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not, not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just saying I think Coin is way overpriced, but that's me. GameStop 155. AMC up 43 cents to 9.78. Vector Acquisition down 21 cents to 10.53. Navsite Holdings up 2 cents to 9.91. IPOE is down 8 cents to 16.60. Gores Holdings down a penny, 12.95. VGAC down a penny at $10. It's not doing anything right now. Starboard Value 9.94 down 2 cents. Fortress Value down 2 cents to 10.03. Vanek Vectors ETF up 226 to 252. Home Depot up $1.66 to 321. IBM up 6 cents to 132. Dow Jones up 266 points. Big day on the Dow. S&P up 40 points. NASDAQ up 163. A really good day in the markets. I think the GameStop will have an up day when it's all said and done because there's too much money in the market today. It's really good. Microsoft up 374 to 259. Apple up 253 to 134. Tesla up 355, 735 a share. BlackBerry 879. Bed Bath & Beyond 2346. It booked $30 last week. 2346 on Bed Bath & Beyond. Royal Caribbean down $1.19 to 85.34. Norwegian down 33 cents to 28.88. Carnival down 52 cents to 27.42. That's what we're seeing here on this market right now. GameStop 154.73. If everyone just tries to buy 10 shares, it goes higher. It's just all it takes. 3.4 million volume now. 155.11. Just buy 10 shares. Just each of you buy 10 shares. Tell all your friends. 20 million of you. 200 million shares of buying power. This stock's $2,500 a share in a month. So simple. It's so easy to figure this out. There's no magic to it. It just goes there. It'll just go there. $100 billion will change hands from the short hedge funds to the long funds. That's you guys. Anyway, what can I say? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Did Tony finally make it? Yep, they made it. Thank you, everybody. Nice to have you here. What else is going on? People are coming through and saying hi to me. And nice to see you all. I'm just trying to catch up on these comments. Yep. Okay. I see that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me move forward. Let's see. These attacks are boring. We've got Fishgo 23, new member. Welcome, Fishgo 23, joining the channel and the gang. Approaching 1,750 members now. Thank you for coming in here. Really appreciate you joining us. 155.40 on the GameStop. It's going higher. Looks like it's going higher now. How did Ryan Cohen maneuver his BOD takeover? BOD take. I don't know what BOD means. These attacks are boring. Good day in the markets. Bad day for GameStop. So Bruce, you buy 10 shares. 154.94. I think they're going to go higher anyway. It's going to go higher. Let's see. GameStop was just added to an ETF backed by David Portney. That's interesting. That's interesting. Straight to the heart. Coin will be $500 to $600 in the future, but I'll wait for this initial rush to come back down to the 150 range before I get into this. Fish Goat 23, welcome to the channel. Fantastic. Hey, Bruce, I've been putting a few a day into IBM, but really wouldn't Apple be a better bet since I didn't put a ton of cash into IBM to benefit from the dividend. Each one, by either one, you're going to make money. I think you make money either way. Fish Goat saying thank you. Thank you for the welcomes. Bruce, does this 10 share each idea also include share purchases that are routed through dark pools? It doesn't matter. Just buy 10 shares. If everyone just buys 10 shares of the stock, it doesn't matter how and where it goes through. It's just going to make the stock go up. It's just going to squeeze the shorters to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. What can I tell you? Yeah, GameStop was just added to an ETF backed by David Portnoy that has Chewy and others in it. How about that? You gotta love that. I think that's a good thing. I really do. I think it's a good thing. There's 2,800 people watching, but we only have 1,900 likes. I mean, folks, board of directors. Oh, that is a good thing. He's going to be the chairman of the board. Another good thing. The Michael Jordan of Fish Goats on top of it. How about that? Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is awesome. Serenity now. Sure enough, GameStop reported in Bazinga is added to Portney's ETF. 154.78 right now on the stock. Okay. Wolfgang, Steve M., by the time all the real stocks are bought up and solidified, the price will get too high for the shorters to stay in. Bruce, does this 10 share each also include share purchases? I think so. It doesn't matter. It's just going to go higher. Just going to go higher. We're not all from New York, you know. Ashley just woke up, I think. Lovely. Thank you, guys. Winner's a wizard. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not all from New York. There we go. Excuse me. Laugh out loud. Coin charges 46 cents a transaction in a context that it's going to be no fee shortly. Yeah. Let's see. Who else is here? What else is going on? Thank you guys for being here. 2,000. We got 2,000 thumbs ups yet? How are we doing the thumbs up? Yeah, we got 2,000 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. 2,000 thumbs ups and 103 thumbs down. 20-to-1 ratio. Thumbs ups to thumbs downs. That's pretty darn impressive. Thank you, guys. 2,700 here watching. We got 2,000 thumbs ups. Man, that's awesome. 154.85 on GameStop. I think the shares will be higher at the end of the day because they're being added to that ETF as well. Yeah, I think we got good vibes going here. I do think so. I think so. Anyway, it's just me. What can I say? Welcome all of you to the channel. And this is great. This is great. This is great. Let's see. VanEck Vectors Social Sentiment ETF. They charge $3.99 a transaction in pounds. Yes, the Portnoy ETF is called Buzz. It will be the new millionaire maker. I've been saying they should add GameStop all month. They finally added GameStop. Let's go here. What else is going on here? Thank you, everybody, for popping by. 155.05. A little higher now. Will it go to 160 from here and then a little higher from that? High of the day, 174. No, that's not true. High of the day was about 165 today. So we need a little pop, a little $10 pop to get to new highs. And Hot Rod says, I'm here always, just a quiet, loyal viewer. GameStop CEO forfeits $98 million worth of shares, not for meeting stated performance target amid rumors of outlasting has happened yesterday. What does it mean? And let's see what happens. Must have added to their position because they've always had GameStop from what I saw. And paper hands board. No, I don't trust that guy. Doesn't his brother run Melvin Capital? Any day is any day is a good day with layers. Bruce, can you please put up your picks? My favorite picks are right here. There they are right there, my favorite picks. 154.30 on the stock, 154 now. That is what we've got going on this deal. Let's see what happens here on the stock. Okay. How are we doing for time? I got 11 minutes to go. Okay, 11 more minutes. Stay on top of this market. There you have it. 154.29. Volume on the GameStop today. 3.5 million shares today. That's what we're showing today. Alrighty. Okay, gotcha. Tom Henry, I hear you. We'll take care of it today. I'll take care of that today. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here today, hanging out with me. We've got 2,000 thumbs ups right now, 101 thumbs downs. Fantastic that many of you have come and joined me today and becoming members of this channel. Absolutely fantastic. Love it, and we love it. Thank you for all your kind words and messages, also through my email accounts. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of you who are picking up items on Redbubble, picking up these merchandise items. Thank you for that. Keep your eyes open. We have new items coming out from Redbubble. They should be showing up later today. So keep an eye open for those as we bring out new logo items that you can pick off from Stock Markets with Bruce. Absolutely wonderful that you're all hanging out with us. Very much appreciated. Let's see here. Oops, never mind. Gotta take care of some business here. There we go. Taking care of some of that, and then this, that, and the other things. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for those of you who are becoming subscribers of Traveling with Bruce. Make sure to hit the bell notification icon to get an update every time we do a new update, new announcements. Thank you for that. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. So every time I do an update on the stock, I will do announcements to channel members first, and you will get a hold of that before anyone else. Fantabulous that this is coming through. We now have 1,750 approximately members of this channel. It's incredible. So I appreciate it. So exciting. GameStop now 154.97. Will it break out now to 155 to 160? It is certainly poised. I think the selling has stopped coming in. Whatever nonsense is going on this morning, I think it's over. And we might now just solidify this and take another shot. We'll watch that closely. Let's see here. Oh, my mug came in yesterday, says Salinas, and I love it. Fabulous. I'm really happy about that. And Uncle Bruce, if it breaks $100, $180 today, I'll send you a $100 super sticker. Are you on Reddit? Rarely, very rarely am I on Reddit. Mitchell, I know I saw that when it came out. I doubled way down today. I want some stylish stock markets with Bruce gear and mug. Let's see here. No buyers today. That's what we're thinking, huh? It'll be a better day. Selling is over, but on momentum, the stock's going to drop with no buyers. 154.88 is where we're at right now. Won't take much buying to move this market. Will not take much, but we'll see. Is it true that the hedgies can borrow our securities from the brokerage apps? Can I opt out of the security lending program? Each firm has its own game plan and its own rules. I don't know how they work it. You'd have to check with your own firm. Even a laugh buys a mug. How about that? Bruce, are you beeping? Nah, it's somebody outside with their car. It's all done. Remember, hedge funds usually use the 1, 2 hour, 4 hours for their strategies. Is Jen burning the kitchen down? No, she's watching TV in the bedroom. Momentum. I came for frustration. Momentum. Do you actually talk about this new SEC sheriff Or did you? Did you actually talk about this guy? Do you think that he'll be different, start enforcing the law and stop these failures to deliver? And this will be interesting to watch. I'm curious about this guy. He is a stickler, and I sure hope so. I sure hope he steps in here and really tightens up the order flow game. He tightens up the failure to deliver game. That would be great. All I need are $300 here. Formerly known as Not Tony, he beeps towards the end of the show every day. Is that right? Bruce, do you ever get up in the morning and think, man, I really don't want to do this today? No, I don't. I have dreams all night long about the channel and the GameStop and everything else. And then sometimes I wake up early before my alarm goes off. Sometimes I wake up with the alarm going off. And I check out, the first thing I check out is the pre-market trading on GameStop. And then I get geared up and I get my coffee going and I get ready to roll. By the time it's showtime, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. If the target stock is priced lower than the SPAC, what is the advantage of buying the SPAC instead of the stock to begin with? The target stock won't be priced lower than the SPAC. The deal will go through at $10 or higher. And then watch out from there. Because I think there's so few shares that'll be trading. And the SPACs that I like, they've got so much news to talk about. They have so many corporate developments they need to update you on. I don't think shares are going to be anywhere near $10 when they get going here. I'm bewildered. Didn't Dave Portnoy lose like $700,000 shorting GameStop or something? I started I'll end somewhere in the desert. 700,000. Do you live near any Canadian national parks where you live? Yeah, well, there's parks all around us. There's provincial parks, there are national parks. There's Radium and Banff National Park between here and Calgary. There's Waterton National Park between here and east of us. Beautiful area. That goes right down. Goes right down to the Montana border, and then I think on the Montana side, it's the Glacial National Park or something like that. Glacier National Park, something like that. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of parkland all around us here. It's gorgeous. He didn't short GameStop. He bought on the first run up and sold for less than he bought it for. Oh my gosh. We shall see. Portnoy ain't the sharpest screwdriver in the shed. He just likes the attention he seems to get. And let's see here. What's going on? $700, 700,000 was AMC, laugh out loud, Pepperhand, Portnoy. Take a nap, Bruce. He's yawning already. I need a nap. Good old Pepperhand, Portnoy. Canada has that effect. It's beautiful here. It really is. 154.52 on the stock. We're down to the last 3.5 minutes before I get my nap in. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for those of you who joined this channel today. You guys are incredible. I love this. We have had 2,000 plus thumbs ups now. I think we're approaching 2,100 thumbs ups. Thanks to you guys for hitting that thumbs up button for me. Beautiful job. 102 on the downside. We're really happy with this, and pretty excited about the afternoon show. We're going to see how the market does as we move on here this morning. I think the shares will go higher today. I think the selling is over. I think the shorters ran out of bullets. 2,100 thumbs up have now come through. So we're pumping up again. This is really good stuff. Thank you, all of you, and thank you, all of you, for popping in and seeing us and being with me today. Just fantastic, I have to say. We will try to get some images up here this afternoon of some of the new merchandise we got on Redbubble. So stay with us for that, and just stand by. We'll get to that. Yeah, thank you guys for all of you coming by here. Going to take a nap in the open air? No, not me. What was Portnoy's complaint precisely? What was he on? This is the way. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. We are close to being done. This arm is really sore today. It's tired. I've been holding it up all morning. I got to give it a rest. So we'll do that. Cheers to all of you from Stock Markets with Bruce. Your buddy, Uncle Bruce, says, thank you for picking up these mugs. Thank you for picking up those mugs over there as well. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. So good. We're going to keep this going. Thank you, everybody, for seeing me now. I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the afternoon show. We'll be on 1 hour before the close of the day, and then 1 hour until 1 hour after the close. and we'll follow how all the shares are doing. The Dow is up 252 points right now. S&P up 35. NASDAQ up 142. Good day today. GameStop is down $12.17 to $154.40. Something tells me, though, that we might be in for a run. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll see you all later today. Thank you. Auntie Jen will be here as well. Thanks, everybody. Test your sense of smell. Okay, get some rest. Thank you. Have a nice break and get some rest. And we'll see you guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the last hour of the day and the first hour of the aftermarket as we get ready to go to the moon and beyond, infinity and beyond. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You mind making the stock go up while you're sleeping there, Bruce? You see what you can do. Eat a bagel maybe later, guys. Thank you. See you later. I'll catch you this afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Let's see if the shares want to go higher for us. That would be fine by me. Okay.